Hope everyone had a fabulous week so far. I hope you had a great weekend. It is now time for Monday Night Raw, and it is a jam-packed show, and we truly cannot wait to get things started. You got Jinder Mahal getting his title shot opportunity. You got Cody Rhodes kicking off the show. It is going to be absolutely fantastic, and we cannot wait. Titan is going to be with us here tonight as well. So just get ready for some great commentary across the board. If there is any football fans out there that hangs out with us doing this as well, the Bills officially did win their game, so they will be heading to, I do believe, the Chiefs. And with them going to the Chiefs, that means the Texans play the Ravens, so we will see what happens there. Cannot wait to see what happens. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Titan is now with us. It is about the time for kickoff. Here we go.
Then. Now.
Titan, man, how you doing?
Forever. Together.
Show off with the Martin Luther King Memorial.
I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. When we let it rain, all of God's children, black men and white men, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old spiritual. Free at last, thank God Almighty. We are free at last. Now is the time. We are the people to the promised land. I still have a dream. And today. Well, we thank you for spending your holiday with us tonight. You are looking live at a frigid Little Rock, Arkansas.
Little Rock, Arkansas looks to be frozen tonight.
Storm. The WWE fans here in Little Rock not used to this weather, but they are braving the conditions to be with us tonight. And what a show we had tonight earlier today. The working man's champion, Seth Rollins,
showed
it's been
up
over
with
1 year
child.
since he's been pinned in one-on-one action. Will that end tonight at the hands of a man who 7 years ago shocked the world to win the WWE Championship? Jinder Mahal arriving in style at Monday Night Raw, and we all wonder, can Jinder Mahal do the same and win the gold?
Maharaja. Yes, sir.
Because the modern day Maharaja Jinder Mahal
He sure did.
is
I'm telling you what, I'm pumped up for this one.
Well, it all
I ain't had a jam-packed Raw with this many caliber premium live event matches on one card in Raw. Oh, only one royal family. Cody Rhodes. Little Rock, Arkansas has a little different setup for the ring. Did you see that? Look at it. Look at that. Yeah, it has to be a smaller arena. They must be doing smaller shows now. I mean, yeah. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
Yep.
the American Nightmare.
I know the Spectrum Center's got a small setup too.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, a week from
Samantha,
Saturday,
yeah.
my favorite event of the entire WWE calendar.
I think I have said that before. You're exactly right. I do believe she is, man.
And this man here, Cody Rhodes, looks to go back to back and become the first man since the late 1990s to win 2 consecutive Royal Rumble matches.
I don't think he can win back to back. I'm sorry. Austin's done it too, or he might have just won more than once. Yeah, he's won. Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't think they were back to back. No. Let's see what the Nightmare has in store for us. So, Little Rock, what you want to talk about?
So, Little Rock,
There we go.
what do you guys want to talk about? You know, there's a Colin Ray song about Little Rock. You guys know that song? My wife really likes that song. Shout out to you, honey. Great song. Congratulations, Little Rock, for that song being about you guys. We could talk about that song. We could talk about me fighting and defeating Shinsuke Nakamura. Or we could talk about the reason that I'm standing here. The reason that I came back to WWE. The thing I came back to WWE for.
The finish of the story.
And the Royal Rumble is right around the corner. And I don't plan on stop.
Here we go. Not only does Cody want to finish the story, my God, Drew didn't get to finish his because he won the championship during the pandemic. He doesn't think that was good enough. I'm telling you what, how long are they going to beat his horse for and just continue to let him go like this little pity party he's on?
Well, here's a man who is also going to be a part of the Royal Rumble match a week from Saturday, and a man who, like Cody Rhodes, has won a Royal Rumble back in 2020.
Yep, 2020 he did.
Would win the event and go on to headline WrestleMania.
McIntyre gave CM Punk a large piece of his mind last week, spewing bile and venom. Perhaps this week, it's Cody Rhodes' turn for that treatment.
Dun-dun. Moved out the building.
So,
Cody, what do you want to talk about?
Here we go.
Well, Cody, you've been back for a minute, and you and I really haven't had a chance to catch up. We go way back. You and I, we grew up in WWE together. We're the same age, similar career paths, and I want to take this opportunity to finally look you in the eye and tell you, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of the man you've become, the performer you've become. I look at us both now, how far we've come, and I can't help but think about when we were kids, like 23, 24 years old. We were WWE Tag Team Champions. That's true. You might have to go and Google. That's 100% true. Do you remember our tag team name?
The Dashing Ones.
Wow.
The Dashing Ones!
Good Lord.
Man, I can't believe we didn't go to the top with that name. The reason we didn't go far with the tag team is because at the time, you know, we didn't quite have the perspective we had now. We saw ourselves as singles wrestlers. We didn't embrace that opportunity. We had to leave WWE to finally get our heads screwed on right, to see things straight, to get that perspective. And we weren't any ordinary wrestlers outside WWE, were we? No. We redefined what it meant to be a wrestler outside WWE. We laid the blueprint outside WWE. We became verbs to do a Drew, to do a Cody, to become so undeniable, WWE calls you back.
That's true.
And do you remember the last match I had before I returned to WWE? It was with you. And I remember what you told me after that match. Do you remember? You said I was going to be a future world champion. And I've done it twice. Now I'm going to tell you in front of the entire world. I've seen what people are saying. It doesn't matter who comes back. I've seen the gifts, I've seen the jokes. Screw it. You put your head down, you keep working, keep doing what you're doing, and you're going to be the first member of your family to raise that championship. You are going to finish the story. But not before I finish mine.
Well, is that so? You've declared for the Royal Rumble. I've declared for the Royal Rumble. You're right, Drew. You could win. Jey Uso could win. A man who is very hungry and wants to solidify his legacy, recently returned CM Punk could win. Now, I don't plan on letting that happen, but here's the thing. We've stood in this ring for the Royal Rumble. We both won the Royal Rumble. You can't count anybody out, Drew.
This isn't about anybody else right now. This is about you and me. And since you're following my footsteps, I'm going to give you some advice. Just be yourself, man. You don't have to wear the suits all the time. You're not running for office. You don't have to use all the big words like a thesaurus with your word of the day toilet paper. And the biggest one of all, just don't smile all the time. You got that big dumb smile. And I can say that because I did it too. I felt like even when I was angry, frustrated, sad, I had to be that beacon of light for the roster. I had to be that leader. I had to put that big dumb smile in my face. Wipe it off, mate. Be the real Cody, and if anybody has an issue with the real Cody, they can step up to you and you drop them in their arse.
Since we're talking about stepping up, I assure you, Drew, this is not an act. I smile when I come out here because this is what I love. I appreciate the opportunities I've got because I made them for myself. You're right, we are very similar career paths, but the difference right now is I am thankful, I am grateful, I cherish, I relish my second chance, and you are just standing here complaining about yours.
So this is the real Cody,
Yeah.
Or are you a wolf in politicians' clothing? If this is the real Cody, why the hell would you bring Jey Uso to Raw, knowing the trouble it would cause? Is that a case of friends close, enemies closer, huh? What about endorsing CM Punk? You were there back in the day. You know what he's like. You were there with him recently. You know exactly what he's like. Is that to make you happy, or is it to make everybody else happy? I don't like the fact you're a kiss arse at times, but I do like you. And I wish this conversation wasn't happening right now. If Damian Priest wasn't an idiot and cashed in that briefcase when he did, I'd be world champion. We wouldn't be talking right now, but we are. So, you're standing in my way. And like Punk learned last week, if you step in my way, you'll get eaten alive. I'm operating at a different level right now. And when I'm feeling like this, when I'm 100% me, I'm not what's best for business. I am this damn business. And at WrestleMania, the story belongs to Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
If that idiot Damian Priest, if that horrible Jey Uso with you, that's all it is, right? It's if. Drew, you think that we're the same? No, you are brimming with grievances and you want me to be like you. You want that for me. But the difference is, when I wonder, when I speculate, am I going to finish the story? I do not look at you, Drew McIntyre. I look two places, right here and right there. So if you want to settle this in the Royal Rumble, I sure as hell will give you something else to complain about. And another thing, you keep mentioning this last match that we had. You told the story about the last match between you and I. Let me ask you something about it. Who won?
Oh, boy.
There are a lot of stories.
Yeah.
On the
Tell you what,
way
and then
to
shots
the Royal
fired
Rumble
the past
match.
2 Mondays at
But
Drew
only
McIntyre
one
from
of those
Cody
stories
and
will be
Punk.
fulfilled. Only one will be finished when we get to WrestleMania. Which superstar holds that fate in their hands?
This dude right here.
What is wrong with you, man? Like, look, I think you're a funny guy, but then I hear you're selling Judgment Day merch in the parking lot. At some point, it's not funny anymore, and the crew is not happy, but this is embarrassing.
Dog, I'm getting this on wholesale, flipping it and selling it below retail.
Stop. Look, enough's enough. At some point, we got to get serious here. And
Yeah, that's serious.
what's this for?
That's your cut, DP. Every member of Judgment Day gonna get their cut. Hey, I even got t-shirts made for my boys Tom and Nick Mysterio.
I swear.
Is Nick okay? I can't find him on Facebook.
All right, Truth. Sell the merch. Just don't be too loud about it. The rest of the crew, they're really not happy with you.
Appreciate you, dog.
Hey, last thing. Tonight's match, you don't tag in.
Don't tag in.
Don't tag in.
Oh, gotcha. Don't tag in. I got it. Hey, take one for the road.
He is something else, dude. I'm telling you.
I don't even know what to say anymore.
Priest warmed up to those bootleg t-shirts once he got some Benjamins in hand, didn't he?
Well, Damian Priest
Here
warmed up
comes
the truth
Tom
when she
Nick.
got the Benjamins in hand as well. Oh, speaking of Judgment Day,
Did it all.
The following is a
And breaking out the chains with the bandana.
Introducing
I mean, I can understand it.
representing the Judgment Day, the team of J.D. McDonough and Dominic Mysterio.
Gargano
I only know what
and
that sign
DIY
said,
said they
but
want a tag team
JD
championship
it
opportunity.
said defeat
against
619
Balor
and
Priest
something
in the
else.
Judgment Day. Well, Dirty Dom and JD McDonough have some march orders, don't they?
Yes, indeed. They're going to extinguish the threat of DIY before it gets too serious. Those two teams go head-to-head next.
Alright, well, chat. So we have now heard Drew McIntyre give his I'm going to finish my story spiel to Cody Rhodes. And anyone that has been keeping up with wrestling since Cody has came back, they know that the story is Cody's to finish. They tried finishing it last year with Roman, and that was a mistake. Now they got the title, one of the titles on Seth, so we could only imagine, you know, if he does go after anybody, he'll go back after Roman. But we heard a lot of call-outs there. I was going to mention that with Titan himself. He was talking about Punk, and he mentioned, you seen what he did here, because they were together there on WWE before Punk had the pipe bomb and left. And then you seen how he was just recently, which is when they worked together previously as well. So we got a intentional shot at AEW, and then of course I don't know where Cody and Drew would have fought out prior to Drew McIntyre returning to WWE, because of course that happened before Cody, unless it was Ring of Honor. Titan, do you have that? Do you know that information right off? He may not be back yet. He did step away. Let's look up something while we got a quick second here. Wow. So, for any of the newer wrestling fans that may not know, on it looks like at Night of Champions, Drew McIntyre and Dashing Cody Rhodes, a team of, won the tag team championships in a 5 tag team turmoil match. Who all was in that? Let's see. Where they defeated the Hart Dynasty and 3 other teams. Let's see. Evan Bourne and with a Crossroads. That's crazy.
This Friday,
I didn't know that.
a deafening rumble is coming.
The fatal 4-way match, that's a done deal.
As the massive contract signing for Undisputed Glory crashes down.
Are the walls starting to close in on the bloodline?
Plus, the Maverick,
You're not in my league.
the prize fighter.
I am coming after everything.
What happens when the Kevin Owens Show goes live on Friday Night SmackDown? Live in Atlanta, this Friday, 8/7 Central, only on Fox.
We're back live on Monday Night Raw here on USA. JD McDonough and Dominic Mysterio, the Judgment Day, set for tag team action.
DIY.
And their opponent, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, DIY!
Well, Johnny Gargano made it perfectly
That truly
clear
is
when
a
he
small
said the
arena.
agenda.
It does not even have an upper deck.
DIY are focused on one thing, Wade, here in the early part of 2024, And they are the undisputed tag team titles held by Balor and Priest to the Judgment Day.
The DIY as a team, as individuals, have been on a heck of a run these past 3 months. Win after win after win, really capped off last week with Ciampa's singles victory against one half of the tag champs, Finn Balor. And you have to think victory tonight over the other half of the Judgment Day, Dominic and JD McDonough, would surely put them much, much closer to an opportunity at the tag gold they covered so much.
Yeah, Tommaso Ciampa said we win tonight, we're one step closer to the tag team titles. Of course, DIY once holding the NXT Tag Team Championship. So our first matchup of the evening here tonight on Monday Night Raw is underway. And it's going to be Wrestling. Johnny Gargano starting things off for his team against JD McDonough.
Johnny Wrestling. Johnny Wrestling.
Light crowd here tonight in Little Rock because of the winter storm that is engulfed the area. Very vocal crowd, however, cheering for Johnny Wrestling to start things off. Now, JD McDonough, Wade, he is the member of Judgment Day, but R-Truth claims that JD McDonough isn't a member of the group because R-Truth made a match a number of weeks ago.
Yeah, you keep banging on about that. R-Truth is absolutely not. JD McDonough is in the Judgment Day. R-Truth is not in the Judgment Day, and that isn't going to change.
McDonough, the rigorous and confident member of the group.
He's confident, but I'll have to say this. JD McDonough has been on a losing streak of sorts of late, and that is mainly thanks to the imaginary member that you just mentioned, R-Truth.
And McDonough, not well liked. In fact, The Miz had an interesting quote last week when he said that I didn't think that anyone on this planet could be more hated than Dominic Mysterio until I met JD McDonough.
Johnny Gargano
well, Miz knows a thing or two about being hated. Let's face facts. It's only very recently
old high school wrestling technique.
Covered by Gargano and a kick out. Miz will be here later tonight. He teams with R-Truth against Damian Priest and Finn Balor. You heard what Priest said earlier to Truth, that don't tag into the matchup.
Yeah, and that sounded like a literal instruction that was taken as some sort of code by R-Truth, so I'm fascinated to see how that turns out.
Another takedown by JD McDonough, of course, from Bray County, Wicklow, Ireland, the same hometown of Finn Balor. And Finn Balor trained JD McDonough. One of the reasons McDonough is in the group today.
High-flying, high-risk superstar JD McDonough can really do it all.
We discussed about the shout-outs that Drew McIntyre gave to the B team. When he was talking about Punk and how he has been previously on basically
AEW. Have a little hatred in your heart if you want to make it to the top in this game. JD McDonough has that in spades.
Do you know where Cody and Drew had their last match prior to WWE?
Johnny Gargano as he takes down JD McDonough, and McDonough looking for a breather.
I figured.
And Dominic Mysterio sends Gargano tumbling to the floor. Johnny Gargano not happy with the performance of his Cleveland Browns.
Here comes Tommaso.
This past weekend, as Ciampa now launches himself up over the top rope.
Oh, nice. That's the cleanest corkscrew I've seen in a while.
And now Johnny Gargano gets involved, driving McDonough over the announce table and almost into my lap.
Yeah.
And DIY
knocked the mobile head all the way over the damn barricade, huh? But yeah, I did look it up while you was gone as well. Drew McIntyre and the dashing Cody Rhodes won that tag team titles at Night of Champions in a 5 tag team turmoil match. They pinged the Hart Dynasty, Tyson Kidd, and someone else. That's how long ago that was, man.
Yeah, sir.
It was Kidd and Smith, Jimmy and Jay Uso. Let's see. Santino and Kozlov.
He was
Henry and Bourne was the last tag team. That's crazy.
Vladimir Kozlov was definitely a good WWE superstar. I feel like he just, I don't know.
He came in at a bad time.
the foreign menace gimmick has been done so many times, and we're seeing it again right now with Jinder Mahal, but we'll see what happens.
And Jinder's is stuck, though, for years. What they should do is if Jinder wins tonight at WrestleMania, it should be the 3-man band triple threat for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Dear Lord.
Could you imagine? Because all three of them they're all three in a better place than what they were when they were in the 3-man band. Well, we did have an open poll tonight during the watch along. It was who's going to walk out with the World Heavyweight Champion. We got Seth and Jinder. And also, we threw in a little surprise for Damian Priest. So far, it's 50-50. Seth and Jinder are leading the polls.
Damian Priest has had so many, like, spoiled Money in the Bank things that, like, cash-ins. I don't think anybody has any confidence in him to be able to do it anymore.
Oh, he's going to cash in. Don't you worry. He will cash in. It will happen. He has to get out of the Judgment Day. And that would be his way out.
I mean, yeah.
But my thing is, they got the tag title. So if he wins tonight, what's he going to do with the tag title?
He'll slide that son of a bitch right over beside the World Heavyweight title in his back.
Yeah. And then what? They drop those at the Rumble to DIY?
And we are back live on Monday Night Raw. A matchup between JD McDonough and Dominic Mysterio, the Judgment Day, and DIY's Gargano and Ciampa. McDonough took control during the commercial break, but Tommaso Ciampa looking to rally as he just collided with McDonough.
Yeah, absolute car crash in the center of the ring. Both guys caught in separate ideas of what they were trying to do there. Backfired on each of them, now desperately reaching out for a tag.
Dominic looking into the matchup, I believe, for the first time tonight. If he can make a tag, Gargano looking on as well.
Yeah, he was saying, I know it. Of course, I couldn't hear him, but I know he was saying something to him.
Again, Ciampa and Gargano looking for a win to perhaps position themselves for a future opportunity at the tag team title. Tag made by Gargano. And now the double take.
I got to get out of here.
Gargano had no idea that tag took place.
Oh, there's the clothesline. Yeah, took his damn head off. Good Lord.
Referee taking a very close look at JD McDonough. Take another look at the impact here.
That from the sort of JBL lyrics. Good Lord.
Cleaning the clock of the Irish superstar.
Bullhammer-like.
Steady on, mate. Let's look at that for This would be over.
Elbow by Gargano. Dominic with a cheap shot in the back of the neck. Provincial Rod Zapata was checking on McDonough. And Dominic with a cheap shot. And now JD McDonough takes over.
Well, you might not like that kind of action, Cole, but damn, that was perfection from Dominic Mysterio.
At least Mysterio dressed for the over half-foot of snow they received here in Little Rock.
I'm not gonna lie, I love those boots. I'm guessing they were a Christmas present from Mammy, perhaps.
I think Dom was for a mid-card win.
Now Mysterio now mocking Tommaso Ciampa.
And
Dominic Mysterio now unloading on Gargano.
It is a snowstorm out there. Oh, yeah, that was another thing. When they came back while you were gone, they said there was a snowstorm out west. Of course, we know that.
Once they get their upper hand,
so you think that might have changed the arena location for them to have to move to a smaller one?
In a world of hurt.
As long as they can isolate Gargano at this juncture, Dominic and McDonough.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're looking forward to the Awesome Truth and Finn versus Finn Balor and
Judgment Day will be in action against R-Truth and Miz. Still trying to figure out how R-Truth's actually going to team with Miz tonight if he believes he's part of Judgment Day.
Well, I just saw the face of Tommaso Ciampa and all the blood is drained from it because he knows exactly how much trouble his tag partner Johnny Gargano is in right now.
And Dominic doing a great job controlling Gargano. The chin lock applied. Gargano trying to make it back to his feet. He does.
Chin lock.
Gargano trying to fight out of the corner.
Yeah, if there's life in the body of Gargano, he's going to keep swinging.
Oh,
and rolling through now, and he caught Dominic with a kick to the face. And now Gargano
You don't like
with
Johnny
Vince Dunn trying to
Wrestling,
make
do you?
it to Tommaso Ciampa.
The glazed look on the face of Gargano. Needs
What
this
is
tag
going
in the
on?
worst way.
Hot tag. Oh, but the ref didn't see it.
And he didn't.
Oh,
The official did
smart.
not see the tag. Dominic did a great job as he now drags Gargano back to the corner and unloads on Gargano.
Yeah.
Double team by the Judgment Day.
Beware the Machiavellian
Oh,
wiles
Lord.
of the Judgment Day.
Stomping on
And
butt
Dominic
right there in the
Mysterio
middle
showing
there.
the instinct
You know, if
that he's
JD would put his
gaining here
hair
in
back behind his
WWE.
fucking face, he probably wouldn't get crazy on looking at him.
Gargano, though, off the telegraph. McDonough sent through the second rope. Oh, and there it is!
What a spear.
Gargano
Nice.
with that slingshot spear. And
That's
now
a beautiful
opens up
slingshot
chance to make a
spear.
tag.
Having opportunities to try and get a cover there on Dom, but the most important thing for
Come on.
Gargano has to be get
that hot
out of the
tag.
ring
Let's
and
go.
Get a fresh Ciampa in there.
Gargano.
The first man is
Arms length away, and J.D.
Oh, wow.
McDonough
Good
with a
Lord.
great job dragging Ciampa off the apron. Dominic with a drop kick.
One,
Cover by
two.
Mysterio.
Oh,
Kick
what a
out by
close one.
Cody Wrestling. DIY trying to fight back against Judgment Day.
That was a close one.
There's your biggie bag. All that food.
Well, I'm telling you what. I don't know. If Johnny Wrestling and good old Tommaso lose here, they may not get the chance at the titles. So, Titan, with tonight's card, man, what you looking forward to the most? Nope. Titan might have stepped away once again. For any of my sports fans that hang out with us during our Madden gameplay or NFL breakdowns, you did see the Bills win. They did beat the Steelers. I think the final score was 31 to something. Currently, the Bucks are up 3-0. Midway through the first quarter. That is good. Good to see as well. Either way, the Lions will host another game. Let's see here. See if we got any more votes in. Not at the moment. The votes are not coming through. I don't know. It takes a little bit for them to update on my side. Let's see here. Also, we do have the return of Gunther as well still to come. So, hopefully we will get to see who is going to challenge the Ring General himself. No one out pizzas the hut. You heard it here first.
Seconds ago, Johnny Gargano made a tag to Tommaso Ciampa of DIY, and Tommaso
back in.
Ciampa
Here we go.
is on fire.
Ciampa's running the freight train right now.
Ciampa and Gargano of DIY
Good
against
Lord.
McDonough
What a head of
and
steam.
Mysterio of Judgment Day. Important matchup for DIY as they look to climb the ranks in the tag team division. Ciampa ducks underneath. Ciampa now. Oh, and a double clothesline takes down McDonough and Mysterio.
Got an engine that simply never tires.
The ticking time bomb known as Tommaso Ciampa with tremendous stamina in the ring. Big back body drop to McDonough.
Donna has been absolutely battered from the beginning in this one. It keeps getting worse.
Reverse DDT now. Cover on McDonough, who kicks at 2.
Known for his durability, and he needs every ounce of that in this matchup.
Ciampa, former NXT champion,
also
NXT Tag Team champion, and Ciampa now.
World Heavyweight Championship match will be your main event. Oh, Lord.
Very tail ending, but McDonough able to land on his feet. Mysterio makes a tag. And Mysterio up over the top rope.
Best luchador in the industry. Dominic taking control of this one.
That's going a bit too far, but nonetheless double teamed by Judgment Day. Gargano, roll up by Ciampa, shoulders down.
I'm telling you what, Johnny Gargano has spears.
Another second away from victory with DIY. That victory is getting closer and closer.
Tag to Gargano.
Here
Double team now from DIY. Johnny Gargano sends Dominic on the back of his head.
1, 2.
JD McDonough breaks it up.
Yeah, just
JD saved the day once again. My Lord.
And Ciampa realizes they had the matchup won.
Take another look at how close this was.
We're struggling this hard with the bottom half of Judgment Day.
And now Ciampa and McDonough exchanging blows.
With frustration written on the face of Ciampa, he thinks this one should be over.
Good knee.
By all rights, it should be. What a headbutt!
What a headbutt! Oh, sweet Lord! It's a super kick party.
Gargano with a clothesline. Everybody down.
Massive clothesline. Well, this would be a tag match. This is extremely well tag team match right here. This is Awesome Champs or Running Wild.
This is not about who wants it more at this point. It's about who's capable of shaking off those cobwebs.
Gargano and Dominic, the legal men. Ciampa pulls himself up in the corner. Tag made. McDonough tagged in as well by Dominic Mysterio.
Ciampa back at 100 miles an hour.
McDonough, great move, turning Ciampa inside out.
Standing Spanish
JD McDonough hits
it. And now McDonough top rope moonsault.
Oh, what a moonsault for the pin. 1, 2. Good Lord have mercy. Took his jaw. His jaw's in the front row, ladies and gentlemen.
And now Dominic into the fray. Drop kick.
Oh, now the Lord, we're about to say a 619.
Dominic looking for a 619.
Got caught. And that's a knee.
Dominic Mysterio has to be out here on this one.
And now McDonough
holding the tights. Oh, my Lord.
What a scramble this match has turned into.
I don't even know who. I don't know who the legal man is anymore.
On the top of his cranium.
I guess that answers that question.
Completely defenseless now. We've seen this before, Cole.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
In their sights as Ciampa and Gargano meet in the middle.
Yep.
Cover.
1, 2, 3. There it is.
Step closer.
Here are your winners.
Well, he's taking all the pins. They have yet to pin Dom.
Gargano closing in on perhaps a tag team championship opportunity down the road.
Yeah, this was the incredible athleticism of JD McDonough becoming within a millisecond of putting this one to bed.
Kick.
Wow. The timing of Gargano was simply too good.
Yeah, great DDT by Ciampa, and that would set up DIY for the meat in the middle.
That's called meat in the middle. Okay.
And you're right,
at least we got a name for it.
The masters of the dark arts of tag competition, and surely now they cannot be denied an opportunity at tag gold.
They could be denied.
Ciampa and Gargano victorious here tonight on Monday Night Raw.
We're actually family fierce. We're ready. 2024 is our year.
And I believe that you believe that. I love the enthusiasm, and I'm going to take it all.
Here we go.
Sorry.
Do you even watch your own show? No, you don't. Because if you did, you would see that I pinned Caden Carter last week. But that bum ref you hired was the slowest counter ever. You should really be fired for something like that. But we will take a rematch, right?
Referee's name is Eddie Arango. Respect it. And also change your tone because I don't like it. And you want a rematch? You had a rematch and you blew it. So you're looking for a fight. Meanwhile, Indy and Candace are looking for a chance. So, seems to me we have an opportunity for a tag match tonight. What do you guys say?
We accept.
Good.
And Chelsea, it wasn't a slow count. The ref counted to 2. You know how to count, yeah?
I'll show you how to count.
Adam Pearce
We
saying
accept.
no.
Let's go, Pete.
There we go. You believe it?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I feel sorry for General Manager Pierce every once in a while.
I feel
Indy and
sorry for
Candace
the
were
entire
right. We'll see what
planet who
happens.
have to listen to Chelsea Green's voice.
I'm telling
The
you.
following is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, the team of Piper Niven and Chelsea Green.
Everyone wants an opportunity at Katana Chance and Caden Carter, the women's tag team champions. Well, you have to win to get that
Nothing
opportunity.
is Sonya
Big
Deville
matchup
healthy yet.
coming up. Piper and Chelsea against Candace and Indy. Live Monday Night Raw.
I mean this in the nicest way possible, but I could absolutely care less. They've
ends as a fatal four-way.
And it's the winner of that fatal four-way that will go on to meet me for the NXT Women's Championship at Vengeance Day.
Plus, who will advance as the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic continues?
Buckle up, this is it.
NXT, live tomorrow night, 8/7 Central, only on USA.
Well, looks like Trick Mulligan is probably going to beat Chase U tomorrow. Yeah, again. I'm not 100% sure. Yes, sir. I think this is the final season for that.
first of all, you don't know what you're talking about. It's not the final season for Law and Order. Who says that?
Or they'll recast. You know how this works, man.
You don't recast Captain Benson. What are you doing right now?
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying you have no clue what you're talking about. That's what I'm.
You're probably right.
You can't just recast Captain Benson. She's what makes Thursdays worth watching.
Oh my lord.
I think it's Thursdays. Might be Wednesdays. Like I don't know what day it comes on. The generation of streaming, where we don't pay attention to what day anything comes on anymore.
No.
Because we just watch it all on demand.
You think Piper Niven and Chelsea Green's gonna get the win over by Candice LeRae?
This has got to pick up at some point. What time is it?
We ain't even hit 9 o'clock yet.
This can't last long. Because I can tell you right now, this can't be the top of the 9 o'clock hour. I need this 3-minute commercial break to get over with. We need to get these other two clowns in the ring, get this hammered out, and get ready for a big 9 o'clock hour. We're 47 minutes in, and I ain't seen a good match yet.
I think that tag match is pretty good, man.
It was alright.
For tag matches, when you look at the men's, I understand that. I understand that.
Now, Tommaso Ciampa, now he's great.
Where?
Feel bad for old Tommaso Ciampa. He got stuck in the ring with them 3 idiots.
Well, see, they're missing a member of that group too. if you think about it, Dexter Lumis. Because technically, if you remember the storyline, he's married to Indy Hartwell. Remember that happened on NXT and shit? He's still on the main roster, yeah. They just don't use him right now. It's another one of those NXT talents that we've talked about that's gotten wasted.
Well, for the first time ever, bid for a chance to win Triple H's personal seats at Royal Rumble, with proceeds benefiting Connor's Cure on behalf of the V Foundation. This bundle includes 2 ringside seats, a meet and greet with a WWE superstar, food, beverages, and more. The auction closes tonight at 11 Eastern, so visit WWEshop.com or scan the QR code for more information and to bid now. Put your phone away, Wade. You're not eligible for it. Why not? Piper and Chelsea Green set for action. Here's a look at their opponents tonight who are just looking for a chance.
We're done waiting. This is our time. In 2024, you're looking at the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions.
On NXT, we were champions.
Yep.
Raw, it's been a different story. That ends now.
And we hear the doubters in the locker room. So please keep doubting us. Please keep sleeping on us.
Because this year, we're doing it our way.
I hope so. The women's division needs some more competition.
That's what I love about this tandem, the confidence. Hartwell in the ring.
And their opponents, the team of Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae.
LeRae and Hartwell.
She's like a,
NXT
I think she's
Women's Tag Team Champions.
Indy
Hartwell,
or something.
NXT Women's Champ.
We had a chat with Indy Hartwell a little earlier today. I asked her what sets this duo apart from every other team in the division.
Piper
It's literally
and
that.
Chelsea
The rest of them,
split.
they're all teams.
They should have split
Myself
last week. They
and
shouldn't have
Candice
been.
LeRae, we are family, and those who are fans of NXT will remember they were part of the Wave family, along with the likes of Johnny Gargano once upon a time, so they certainly see themselves as a tighter unit than everybody else in this division.
What's interesting about this matchup
I'll
is the official
so much
is
snow to
Eddie
be here.
Marengo. That is the man who Chelsea Green blamed for what she called a slow count last week in their matchup.
Well, Chelsea and Piper were the former tag champs. They lost
Chelsea
them to Connor and Chance. They lost the rematch, and now Chelsea has been demanding a
soft
rematch, and it really doesn't work like that. You got to earn it this time.
And now Piper, Niven, the powerhouse. Look at her just powering Indy Hartwell up.
Yeah,
shoulder breaker.
Indy Hartwell,
Lord,
bit of a powerhouse in her own right, just got completely dominated there by Piper Niven, who has taken it completely to Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae in the early going.
Candice blasted off the apron. And a tag made by Chelsea Green. Chelsea and Piper, the former women's tag team champions, before they lost the gold to Kate Carter and Katana Chance. Cover now by Green. Hook of the leg. And a kick out by Indy Hartwell.
I'm going to tell you, I thought Niven would have been completely done with Chelsea Green after last week's loss. Perhaps over time, she's now starting to warm to Chelsea.
Yeah, you know, I've noticed, especially when they spent some time with us on commentary, Wade, that it seems like Chelsea's grown on Piper a bit.
That is absolutely baffling.
Oh!
I missed the boot. Nice.
Chelsea Green now dragging Indy out to the apron and now down to the floor. And Green missed, and Indy Hartwell now face first goes Chelsea Green.
Lord.
Finally, Indy Hartwell getting out the blocks on this one and making it count.
And again, the winning team in this matchup would hope to one time gain an opportunity at the women's tag titles.
Put Piper back in there. Get
happens this coming
Candice
Friday night on
LeRae is
SmackDown.
she got kicked off the apron one too many times.
Against Isla Dawn and Alba Fire.
Two respected powerhouses of their teams back in the ring.
The two witches
again,
of SmackDown.
there's just no answer to the strength of Piper Niven.
And Piper now with Indy Hartwell hitting the turnbuckle hard. Piper going to climb up to the second rope.
Friday.
Ask Chelsea how this feels. Oh, nobody home!
Smart move there
God,
by Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae, who's not been involved in this matchup at all, might get her opportunity as the tag champs. Carter and Chance lock on.
Yeah.
Now Candice LeRae and up the tag, going after the much bigger Piper Niven, trying to use her quickness now to take down the powerhouse. Nice step up in Zaguri by Candice LeRae, a stunned Piper.
LeRae, 20-year veteran of this industry at every level imaginable.
Couple step-up sentons by Candice LeRae, and Codebreaker delivered that time
nice
to Chelsea Green.
Codebreaker takes out both
Tag made, here comes Indy Hartwell.
Got the upper hand, now you've got to make it count.
Double team coming.
That's
covered by Hartwell. Hook of the leg. Chelsea Green breaking things up.
This one breaking down in a hurry, and that limb length of Chelsea Green coming in.
Good spine buster. God.
And now Piper back to her feet. And Piper, that spinning slam.
Slam by Piper Niven. This is how they end
tag. Went for the cross body. Nobody home as Hartwell moved out of harm's way.
Randy Hartwell's had to be nimble today to try and compete.
They're taking some bad
power of Piper Niven.
Chelsea Green's legal, going for the unprettier. However, she does not realize that Candice LeRae is the legal person on her team. And Candice off the second rope.
Assisted lion salt.
Oh, my Lord. Well, they got the win. It wasn't as pretty and clean as you'd want it, but ladies and gentlemen, they did it. I don't think Candice LeRae knows how the hell they won it.
One of those chaotic endings to a matchup you will see.
Yeah.
Confusing pinning predicament. But once again, I'm sure Chelsea Green is going to be rather unhappy with this referee. But ultimately,
that's what happens when they're not used in the ring enough,
scored a victory. Big dub with potential championship implications.
And welcome. Oh, hold on. Here is the ring general.
Gunther is here live next on Monday Night Raw.
Logo to Kaiser's shirt. The 9 o'clock hour, yes sir. The ring general himself. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I seen that earlier. Aaron Reed, of course, welcome. Hope you're having a fabulous Monday. Welcome to the Big Patty and Titan Shredder watch along commentary team. We're currently at a commercial break. If you're hanging out with us, are you enjoying Raw? Are you here for more football content? If you are, hope you're a Buccaneers fan because they are waxing the Eagles right now, 10-0, and Baker just threw an interception. Gosh. I'm really hoping we figure out who Gunther's next opponent is, man. That's what I'm looking forward to. Like, he needs a big opponent. Someone, even if it's a returning opponent, an NXT call up. Wow.
Hulk Hogan saved a 17-year-old girl from a car wreck last night.
Yep. Yeah, I know.
Let me tell you, brother, I rolled that car right over off the top of her.
Jesus, here you go.
Picked it up with one hand, brother.
MV Pizza.
DiGiorno's got probably the best frozen pizza in the game.
Yeah. Who do you think is going to be the next challenger for Gunther? Who?
Ludwig Kaiser.
You think Ludwig's going to turn on him?
Yeah, it needs to happen. He needs to get out of this group.
Ludwig does?
No, Gunther. He needs to, he doesn't need a group.
That's true.
The irresistible force,
Nia
Jax.
Nia Jax is for real.
Utter and complete domination.
Who on earth on the women's roster can possibly stop Nia Jax?
Rhea Ripley.
It may be squashing time.
Nia has been unstoppable.
At the Royal Rumble, no one is beating me. Period.
The promo packages are top tier though.
Tommy, who do you think she was talking about? I gotta go address my division.
Oh, look, here it is.
Yes.
Yeah. What's up, guys?
Where you been, big man?
Where I've been. It looks like I'm the only one that has an issue with Drew running his mouth, so I went and talked to Pierce about it. Any other questions?
Yeah, I got one. Why are we not beating up R-Truth today?
You know what, JD? You should focus less on our truth and focus more on what happened tonight so it doesn't happen again.
Whoa, hang on a second. You're not possibly defending R-Truth here, are you?
No, I'm not defending our truth, man.
What does he bring to the crew?
What does he bring? Tell you what, for one, he earns for the crew.
What is that?
This is just my cut. If I was y'all, I'd find him and get mine.
What about me? Do I get a cut?
I don't know, man. Your name's not on the shirt. Probably not. Now, dog, it's serious business. Let's focus on this match. My man.
Well, the A-list of the Miz has put all some truth back together. The problem is, R-Truth seems to think he's working for Judgment Day. Better figure things out soon, as it's going to be Awesome Truth versus Priest and Balor later on tonight.
Hey, Priest told Truth, you don't tag in.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The best introduction.
I demand all your gratitude for the return of the longest reigning Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion in history.
You know, dozens of WWE
Oh,
Hall of Famers have held
what?
the
600
prestigious
plus days now.
Intercontinental Championship, first made famous back in 1979 by the late great Pat Patterson. But none of those men have held the Intercontinental Championship longer. Tonight marks day number 584
Close to it.
for Gunther.
My gosh, 584.
Nobody in the history of this industry has cast as great a shadow in a short a space of time
But what an introduction.
as the ring general Gunther. The sky is truly the limit for this man. And I'm sure the rest of the locker room is dreading having him back.
Oh, they absolutely are dreading. I know they are. Here we go. Robert Kaiser's got his own merchandise now. You see that? European elegance.
We are 2 weeks away from the Royal Rumble, and I can literally feel the desperation around this place. Well, I can literally smell the desperation around here. And since we're in Arkansas, I think I can smell excrements too. When I was away and I was observing what unfolded the last weeks, all I saw was my fellow superstars coming out here every week and argue desperately about who's going to win the Royal Rumble, who's going to win WrestleMania. So I had to come here and remind everybody about one thing. Last year, I entered the Royal Rumble as #1 and made it all the way to the end. I was one elimination away from winning the Royal Rumble.
Cody eliminated them.
I lasted longer in the Royal Rumble match than any man in history before. So this year, der Ring General, the longest reigning Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion of all time, is going to win the Royal Rumble and main event WrestleMania.
Okay. So no opponent?
But enough of that, and now I want to focus at you, Ludwig. Let's take a moment and review what happened when I was away.
Well, 2 weeks ago, Kofi Kingston's dropkick put Giovanni Vinci on the injured list. Last week, Kaiser Wade vowed revenge.
Yeah, they had a match, Kofi Kingston versus Kaiser. It ended in a double countout, but that quickly became completely irrelevant because things turned ugly. Kaiser smashing Kingston in the face with an announce chair, followed by this, one of the most sickening things I've ever witnessed in this industry. A running drop kick to the head of Kingston against the steel steps.
Yeah, Kofi going to be out for a number of days with injuries suffered at the hands of Kaiser.
Ludwig, what I saw there, I loved to see that. You showed a side of you that I always wanted to show you. You showed grit, you showed confidence, you showed courage. Mein Freund, well done.
Give him some congratulations.
I can't tell you
think the music was slightly delayed, but hey, it's Xavier.
Kofi's
He's
buddy,
back.
his tag partner, Xavier Woods.
No. Ludwig, you and I have a problem. Because last week, you took it 10 steps too far when you drop kicked Kofi Kingston's head into those steel stairs. I talked to Kofi earlier, and you are the reason that Kofi Kingston is not here tonight. But unfortunately for you, Ludwig, I'm here. And I'm here to extract my pound of flesh from you. So tonight, this is what's gonna happen. You and me in that ring in a match. And you can step up and accept the challenge, or do you have to ask your daddy for permission?
There's a little bit in a predicament.
So after you've seen what I did to Kofi last week, you're really standing here right now and dare to challenge me? Woods, what I did to your friend last week was nothing compared. I'm going to do you tonight. I will take your head as well. I accept.
I like it. It looks like we're going to have a Kaiser and Xavier Woods match here on Monday Night Raw. Oh, Xavier Woods going right after Kaiser.
Oh, Lord.
See if this matchup gets made official or if Woods just ends it here.
And
I don't
Xavier
think this match
Woods
is going to get made official.
unloading on Ludwig Kaiser after everything Kaiser did to Kofi Kingston last week.
You want something? Huh? How you want to do with this? Get him. What? You want the match?
We have an official down here. Let's see if we actually get this match started when we return to Monday Night Raw.
Well, that was not what I was expecting.
Knockout matchup of the new year. Throws down.
Your days as U.S. champion are numbered.
6 seconds is 5 more than I need to KO you.
It's gonna be wild.
You think they're going to let KO finally win that title?
They need to. It needs to come off Logan.
I mean, he's not done anything since he won it. I mean, truly. I mean, yeah, he's took it around the world, done whatever he wants to with it, but other than that,
He's no Gunther, he's no Roman Reigns. Like, he doesn't have the credibility to be able to hold that belt for 60 days and not do anything.
oh yeah, most definitely. I agree with that 100%. And then Kofi, they said he's gonna be out for days. They didn't say weeks, months. So we'll probably see him back at the Rumble. That's where he'll show back up. If I had to assume. Did you hear the delay in the music when it came on? For the New Day's entrance or Xavier's entrance?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, that was a little odd. I'm just, I really don't like that they keep putting in Gunther in the daggone Rumble, man. Like, if he's gonna win it, absolutely do it. Give it to him. Let him win it. Let him take it to WrestleMania and run with it. But don't just give it to him for him to get second place again and be Intercontinental Champion all the way through WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
But yet again, you know as well as I do, Gunther will get his time to shine when it comes.
I saw a report on Liddy Wrestling from Lit Flair that says Roman Reigns is currently not working both Elimination Chamber or Backlash in France.
Yep.
As of right now, Roman Reigns is currently only scheduled for Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Saudi. The time has arrived long ago, but it's really time to wrap this up, guys.
Yeah, it's getting a little crazy.
We're back live
Oh
on
wow,
Monday
the
Night Raw.
match is
Match
already
became
underway.
official during the commercial break. Xavier Woods versus Ludwig Kaiser. Woods out here to avenge the injury to his buddy Kofi Kingston caused by Kaiser last week. We understand that Kofi had a cervical neck strain and an AC sprain, and he could be out a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'll tell you this, Kofi Kingston got off lightly if that's all that was wrong with him, because that was a seriously nasty act by Ludwig.
Oh, and Kaiser with a wicked clothesline.
Take them both out, Kaiser. Let him get a
Xavier
rebound.
Woods has been dealing with a wrist injury of his own as Kaiser now hammers away with the right hands. You know, the one thing I noticed about Kaiser the last couple of weeks as we take another look at this impact by Kaiser.
Baseball back to the jaw.
And also tonight, Wade, is the confidence that Kaiser now has, especially after Gunther praised him earlier on.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a bad run over the past few months for the lads in Imperium outside of Gunther, of course, but that Vinci injury from a couple of weeks ago has really lit a fire inside of Ludwig Kaiser, and Gunther clearly liked what he saw.
Xavier Woods now shoulders to the midsection and the chop to Kaiser.
This is about as aggressive as we have seen from Xavier Woods. The man is angry, and who can blame him?
They heard the news earlier, too, that Gunther will be a part of the Royal Rumble match a week from Saturday. Gunther making history last year, starting at #1. And look at the viciousness now of Kaiser going right after Xavier Woods, trying to pick up where he left off last week.
Things have gone south in a hurry for Xavier Woods after a really hot start. Completely snuffed out by Ludwig Kaiser.
Back to Gunther for just a moment. Entering #1 in the Royal Rumble match last year. Set a record of being in the match for 1 hour, 11 minutes and 40 seconds. Covered by Woods and a kick out by Kaiser. Gunther eliminated 5 men in the Rumble before being eliminated by Cody Rhodes, the final 2. Cover by Kaiser, off the uppercut, and a kick out by Woods at 2.
This matchup has just been a pendulum swinging back and forth every 10 seconds.
On a motion-filled matchup, of course, Vinci out of action because of Kofi Kingston, and Kingston out of action because of Kaiser, and now Xavier Woods finds himself in the middle of it all.
I spoke to Xavier Woods.
Take your hand! You hear me?
He's gonna take his hand off.
You hear me?
Oh, good Lord, what a slap.
Spoke to Xavier Woods earlier today, asked him if he's still feeling the power of positivity after what happened to Kofi last week. He said the only thing that I'm positive about is that Ludwig Kaiser is going to get a well-earned whooping.
Well, it might be Woods who's going to get the whooping because he just got taken out the ropes by Kaiser. Kaiser has been so aggressive. He's been vicious. He's brought it to another gear as of late. See, the women's world champion, Rhea Ripley, will be here later on tonight. She told the rest of the members of Judgment Day she has some business to deal with in the women's division.
We will see Rhea Ripley live tonight.
And again, still to come is our main event.
Lord.
Jinder Mahal, who nearly 7 years ago shocked the entire planet when he beat Randy Orton to win the WWE Championship. Can he do the same tonight for the world title against Seth Rollins? We'll find out later on.
The ring general demands wins, but failing that, a ruthless display of power. A close second, and he's getting exactly that from Ludwig Kaiser.
And here's the cover now by Kaiser, and a hook to the leg and a kick out. It's almost been like a refocus of sorts for Kaiser over the past couple of weeks.
And Kaiser needed it in the worst way. It's sad that it came at the expense of Giovanni Vinci's health, but wow, what a return to form for Ludwig Kaiser.
Xavier Woods,
chops.
Remember, one of the greatest tag teams, if not the greatest tag team in history in the New Day. Also has had some success as a singles champion. Remember, he was a king of the ring in his career. Still looking for the elusive singles championship, however.
Only the very best become king of the ring, Cole, and that's exactly what Xavier Woods is going to have to be tonight to take on Kaiser.
I don't think they're going to push him for a solo
As
title.
Woods is sent over the top rope to the apron. And Woods catching Kaiser on the ear. And now Xavier Woods runs right into a right hand. And then a clothesline. What a physical battle this is.
These two have both come out and they are emptying their nuclear warheads on one another. And I'm loving watching it.
Woods driven
go.
shoulder first to the post.
End
And
of,
Ludwig Kaiser now. That
Xavier
running
Woods,
basement drop kick. Kaiser in control.
Yeah. What? Ludwig is in a dominant control at the moment. I don't see Xavier coming back much from this. You think we'll see another confrontation between Nia and Rhea tonight?
I hope not.
I mean, you know she's getting pushed for the title again.
Yeah.
And then we'll get a good match between the tag match, Damian Priest, and then that's still to come. So we got a lot of good stuff coming to end the show out. You keeping up with the sports game, man? My goodness, it's a show over there for sure. Oh my goodness. Tell you what, these commercials getting kind of wild over here.
Breaking news. Monday Night Raw next week will feature CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes one-on-one in the ring for a verbal confrontation.
Where did you find these sources at?
He just put out an Instagram story and said, "I think it's time you ask me what I want to talk about at American Nightmare Cody."
Who, Punk did?
Face to face, cards on the table next week in New Orleans, live on at WWERAW.
Ludwig Kaiser has been dominating Xavier Woods of the New Day in this one-on-one matchup.
Now your head.
Woods came out tonight to avenge the injury to Kofi Kingston caused by Kaiser last week.
I do believe he is. We're seeing color again.
This is Xavier Woods until this one's over.
Woods now, there's that DDT
several weeks in a row now.
Flew through the second rope and buys himself some time.
I think it's just his
Woods
look,
tasting his own blood at this point, and that has lit something else inside of him. Now, finally, getting a second wind in this one, but he's taken a lot of punishment.
Been a loud, fun crowd here tonight.
WWE
fans braving the elements in Little Rock, Arkansas to join us for Monday Night Raw as Woods and Kaiser pounding the heck out of each other.
Woods is getting back on the offensive here.
And now Woods with the upper hand.
Woods refusing to be denied tonight.
And giving Kaiser a little of his own medicine.
Woods simply a man on a mission.
Xavier Woods sends Kaiser up over the top rope.
Hopefully we don't see another double count out here.
Gonna fly, drop kick, wraps Kaiser up and over our announce table, and Kaiser hit hard.
Oh, what a horrible landing for Ludwig
Back-to-back
Kaiser.
weeks.
Could have moved your chair for him.
I have to focus on getting myself out of the way.
And now Kaiser tried to do the same thing he did to Kofi last week. Woods was ready. And now dumps Kaiser on the announce table. And now hammering away at Kaiser. And Kaiser trying to rip the eyes, thumb in the mouth of Woods. Woods with a kick. And this is broken down out here in ringside.
Xavier's going to hit him with it. Oh, man, gosh.
A little bit of payback. The official had no choice but to call for the bell.
The disqualification.
Using the chair as a weapon.
Ludwig with the win.
So Woods said, well, why not? And now Woods with a steel chair in hand, and Kaiser with a kick to the chair off the face of Woods.
That was a pretty nasty shot right there.
Well, the anger and fury simply boiled over in this one. And once again, it's a member of New Day that has come a cropper at the hands of the vengeful Ludwig Kaiser.
And Kaiser's not done yet. He drags Xavier Woods to his feet, and now he's going to do to Woods what he did to Kingston last week.
It's an action replay. It worked perfectly last time. God, someone stop this.
I don't think it's going to happen twice.
Woods is defenseless, but now makes it back to his feet, and he's able to take out Kaiser.
Woods needed everything in his soul to summon up the energy to stand up there. And damn did he need it.
This rivalry between Imperium and New Day has been taken to another level tonight. Xavier Woods with a steel steps in hand. He's going to try to injure. He's going to try to maim Kaiser, who ducks out of harm's way. And I Ludwig Kaiser trying to escape the wrath of Xavier Woods.
Ludwig's gonna
look like he'd see
cut tail and run.
As Kaiser escapes out of the WWE Universe.
Two can play in that game, Ludwig.
The problem with this, Wade, is nothing was settled tonight.
No, neither man won.
Absolutely
both men tried to take each other's heads off. So
between the New Day and Imperium, first Kaiser tried to do to Woods what he did to Kofi last week, but it didn't pay off tonight.
This is where the attempt, the chair to the face with that enziguri.
And then trying to do what he did to Kofi, Xavier Woods was ready.
That was a standing drop.
And then Woods tried to maim Kaiser, and Kaiser wisely retreated.
Who is this? Oh, that's Bronson Reed. Okay.
There is a man right now who holds a championship in WWE who doesn't realize that sooner than later it will belong to Big Bronson Reed.
Is he going after Gunther again?
God, one would hope not.
What, Seth? I sure as hell know he ain't going after Roman. I don't know. Didn't give us a lot of information, that's for sure. But I could see him going after Gunther, unfortunately. It's been done before.
Yeah, that it has.
He didn't win it, but it wasn't a pretty match either, that's for sure. The good old Craven's menu. It is officially 9-6 on Monday Night Football, everybody. Oh wow. Just so everyone who's wondering, you know how Philly's got that quarterback sneak? Well, the Buccaneers found a way to stop it. Bogo. Well, talking of course with what she told us about Roman, and then so who do you think's going to be in the Elimination Chamber then?
I'm not sure. I mean, I had heard at one point that whoever won the Elimination Chamber was going to get like a shot at Roman, but that would make the Royal Rumble pointless.
Seth MacFarlane's new Peacock Original Event Series, your favorite foul-mouthed teddy bear takes it back to 1993. It's a prequel coming-of-age story about the early days of Ted and his best buddy John. Stream Ted now, only on Peacock.
Not what I knew I needed in my life. We'll take it.
Excuse me, Xavier. Can you explain to us where your emotions were at a moment ago when we saw
Where do you think they were at, Byron? You saw what he did last week to Kofi? I'm not gonna...
Oh! Here we go.
That's Kaiser.
Come on. That's enough. Come on. Ludwig, come on. Get it out of here. Jay, calm down. Calm down. Both of you guys. Guys, get him out of here.
Is Jay gonna push for the Intercontinental?
This new attitude of Ludwig Kaiser does not bode well for the health of the Raw locker room.
Yeah, not making many friends either. Well, ladies and gentlemen, later on tonight, it is our main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins versus former WWE Champion Jinder Mahal. This is how our main event came about.
Welcome to Monday Night Rollins. I worked too hard. I worked too long. I took a title that a year ago did not even exist, and I turned it into the most important prize in this industry.
Seth Rollins is in stunned disbelief at the fact that Jinder Mahal is making his way out to the ring here.
The World Heavyweight Champion. The man with the platform. Yet you instill no change. You speak no truth. You pride yourself as a workhorse, a man who provides opportunities, except to a decorated, deserving former WWE champion. Let me remind you, I beat Randy Orton, the greatest of all time, and I did it with ease.
Jinder Mahal, the 50th WWE champion in history.
You have the audacity to overlook the modern-day Maharaja? This disrespect will not be tolerated.
Here's the thing, Jinder. You're sick of being overlooked? Take a swing, Jinder. Take a swing, Jinder! That's what I thought. Same old Jinder.
Not a cheap shot from behind. And Jinder Mahal and
Same old Jinder for sure.
beat the hell out of the world champion. And looking for the Colossus. Rollins, though, with a kick to Mahal. Jinder came looking for an opportunity, and now he has one. A World Heavyweight Championship match with Seth freaking Rollins.
I will not be overlooked. I will not be disrespected. The sun will rise on a new era of the modern-day Maharaja.
Jinder, best of luck to
takes
you.
pride in being the working man's champion, defending the championship against all comers. Well, at some point, it's going to catch up to him. Will it be tonight? Seth Rollins against former WWE champion Jinder Mahal in our main event for the world title live on Raw.
Sheesh.
Oh my God, because that was fighting freaking Ivar. I forgot about that.
Accompanied to the ring by Maxine Dupri from Kobe, Japan, weighing in at 156 pounds. Akira Tozawa!
You know, Wade, I admire Tozawa's moxie.
That's one way of saying Akira Tozawa is completely
She said, "You can do it, Paul."
Tozawa
That was not going to happen, unfortunately.
300-plus pound
Ivar.
It's early goings, but it would be the shock of the year if Tozawa can pull off victory. And it's coming up next.
Of course.
A fatal
This battle royal
And
is
it's the
going to be
winner
pretty
of
decent.
that fatal four-way that will go on to meet me for the NXT Women's Championship at Vengeance Day.
Plus, who will advance as the
Mellow
Dusty
Gang.
Rhodes Tag Team Classic continues? Buckle up, this is it. NXT, live tomorrow night, 8/7 Central, only on USA.
Got Mellow Gang going up against, I don't know who the other two they're fighting is. I think they a new tag team on NXT. Who thinks gonna come out victorious in the Dusty Rhodes Classic?
Couldn't tell you, man. I doubt it'll be Trick Williams and Mello Hayes.
You think it'd be Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin?
It probably should be, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be crazy because I mean they get a tag team title shot after the end of it all.
A bit of breaking news for those that are interested in automotive racing. Tony, I'm probably gonna butcher this name. Breedinger finished P2 in her ARCA practice at Daytona. She is the girl that brought Victoria's Secret to NASCAR.
Wow.
Yeah. That sponsorship money's helping out.
Yeah. Well, I did see the post that you was talking about from CM Punk about him. He basically called out Cody for next week, so we'll see how that turns out. They should have a pretty decent promo going into the Rumble. Especially the week before the Rumble. That'll be a good one. To update everybody on our active running in stream poll that we have, the chat believes Jinder Mahal will win the championship.
First time ever a premium live event is coming to France. Mark your calendars for Saturday, May 4th when Backlash is live from the LDLC Arena in Lyon-des-Sines. And that's not all. Friday Night SmackDown will emanate from the LDLC the night before Backlash. The first time SmackDown will ever be broadcast from France. Tickets are on sale now. Zawa's hoping he makes it to May. Coming up next, he has to go one-on-one with Ivar.
Tozawa has made a habit of trying to punch above his weight lately. Shinsuke Nakamura, Big Bronson Reed, and indeed, this man right here. And he's fallen victim every single time.
I can't grasp my mind on this one.
Valhalla is here.
And his opponent, accompanied to the ring by Valhalla, representing the Viking Raiders, Ivar!
Sorry, Samantha. What I was trying to say was antlerless. Antlerless again.
Antlerless is what
antlerless
just
again.
go. Is this your first week on the job?
Oh, yeah.
So it's Ivar set to take on Tozawa. Let's show you how this match came about from last week when it was Ivar against Otis of the Alpha Academy. Two 300-pound-plus men going at one another.
Yeah, battle of the big boys, Otis of Alpha Academy. It was all going well until Big Ivar hit the massive doomsong, and of course that was good night.
What's Tozawa thinking, Wade? Seriously.
Well, it was the aftermath as Ivar was enjoying his moment. Tozawa got a little too close to the big Viking.
I'm not. You think you're big, huh?
I'm big, little man.
What if he upsets him right here,
Maxine
bro?
is out in Tozawa's corner, and the antler-less
Oh,
is out here at ringside with Ivar, and just like that, Ivar turns Tozawa inside out.
You talk about courage, you talk about boxing. The truth is, I admire all of that about. You're a little man. About Tozawa.
Turn him
Somebody in Alpha
inside
Academy
out.
needs to take the prized pupil and say to him, "Hey, pump the brakes, slow down." Get something more manageable.
Yeah, but shouldn't it be applauded that you want to take on these challenges, Wade, and try to prove your worth to the group?
What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over.
Oh!
All right, over and over again, expecting a different result.
Well, Tozawa's a tremendous athlete. He's not going to back down from the challenge.
I don't doubt that at all. I'm an admirer of Tozawa, but I think there is a limit to everyone's potential.
There we go. Here we go. Tozawa's got a little bit of offense on us, so well, Tozawa, you ain't gonna do that, man.
Not going to outpower Ivar, however. And
you can't outfly. Oh,
goodness.
Caught him in a DDT.
Tozawa's feeling it now.
Effectively using Ivar's power against him.
Oh, wow, that's taking way too long, bro.
And he does. He's able to rip the shirt tonight.
It took about 10 minutes. That's the problem. And in that 10 minutes,
Ivar, spinning slam by Ivar.
Takes the Tozawa on a round-the-world slam.
Oh, no, cross-body.
And a sternum crush.
Yeah.
It's just angered Ivar. That's the problem. I like the flurry. I
Tozawa
like
might
the
have
attempt. But this was inevitable, and once again,
here we go.
The big man seems to be
Moonsault City.
And now Maxine on the apron begging Ivar, or trying to distract Ivar, nonetheless.
Who would not be distracted? Oh!
Tozawa kick to the face. Ivar's in
He
trouble.
took a distraction, I'll tell you
keep
that.
his balance. Tozawa now.
Oh, what a... I swear. Get out of here, brother. I swear to God, man. Oh, here we go.
Maxine, blaming Maxine for the distraction that may have cost Ivar the match.
Tozawa got flattened in the process, such as the power of
Valhalla is finally going to get some ring match. Oh.
The aid of Maxine and runs into that spin kick.
Oh, Lord.
Valhalla punishing Maxine.
Oh, shit, Lord.
Victory for the Alpha Academy.
A fish hook to the jaw of Maxine.
Oh,
and then
God
a headbutt.
Mighty, what a headbutt.
Ivar laying waste to the members of the Alpha Academy.
Sometimes in life, when you win, really you lose.
Well, Tozawa picked up the victory tonight, but
yeah, this moonsault's gonna hurt Tozawa.
at what cost? 300 pounds.
Yeah, moonsault, yeah.
As that
Great Lord have mercy. Oh, God almighty, man. Shoo! Crushed
I think
him.
they teach a defense for that. The Alpha Academy.
Was it worth
Straight
it,
crushed
Tozawa?
him.
That is the question. And the answer surely is no.
Well, again, the distraction by Maxine would allow Tozawa to climb back into things and deliver that sunset power bomb and pick up the win.
Yeah, keeping his wits about him was Tozawa throughout the match, but once the bell rang to single victory, he took his eye off the ball completely, and this is where
I'm super utterly shocked that they let Tozawa take that,
decapitated
man.
by that massive spinning leg
That's
lariat,
wild.
followed by this.
Yeah, Maxine got run over by a reindeer, and then the tombstone was delivered by
Maxine got
Ivar
ran over by a
to
reindeer.
Tozawa.
That is called the Doomsault.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we kicked off Monday Night Raw tonight with a confrontation between Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, we did.
You're standing in my way. And like Punk learned last week, if you step in my way, you'll get eaten alive. I'm operating at a different level right now. And when I'm feeling like this, when I'm 100% me, I'm not what's best for business. I am this damn business. And at WrestleMania, the story belongs to Drew McIntyre.
So if you want to settle this in the Royal Rumble, I sure as hell will give you something else to complain about. And another thing, you keep mentioning this last match that we had. You told the story about the last match between you and I. Let me ask you something about it. Who won?
Emotions are high, tension's heating up, the field is filling up. You got Lashley and Gunther and McIntyre and Cody Rhodes, among others, including this man, the returning CM Punk, who is part of the Royal Rumble match a week from Saturday.
Okay, there.
Also thinks it's time to talk with Cody Rhodes. This from CM Punk's Instagram story a bit earlier on tonight. Well, she is the Women's World Champion, the Eradicator, the Dominator, the Superstar. Rhea wants to set things straight in the women's division. Live next.
Danny, what, you broke the news, and by God, they broke it as well. Punk and Cody, center of the ring. Yeah. She's coming out there to give her spiel.
They've had in a long time.
Yeah, she's been. I mean, she's extremely dominant in the women's division. There's no doubt about it. Looks like we're going to kick off the 10 o'clock hour with Rhea Ripley on top of the hour. Wouldn't have it any other way. You think Rhea's going to declare for the Rumble, or you think they'll put her in a match?
It should never be in the Rumble. Charlotte Flair is one of the only people I know to do that, just so she could pick who she fought.
Kind of like how Brock did, and then Drew hit him over the top rope, and that kind of told us who was going to win.
Yep.
Because that's where they messed up with that. They said, all right, Brock, you can be in the Rumble with the title, but Drew's going to put you over the top, and then he's going to win it. Because that was the same Rumble that Edge came back in. That AJ broke his ribs because he got speared so hard. So. But I still believe Punk's gonna take the men's side this year. Here we go. We got Rhea Ripley to kick off the 10 o'clock hour. We do still got Damian Priest and Finn going up against Miz and R-Truth. And unless they give us a filler, that'll be the main event. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, they advertise Buffalo Wild Wings a ton. Do you notice that? The chat.
I do. I also just noticed I've been muted for a second now.
Oh wow.
That's why you weren't answering me. Yeah.
So what was your question that you had?
I was meandering along in a conversation with you, and I was like, well, somebody just ain't saying nothing to anything I'm saying. I was like, all right, whatever. And I looked over, and the fucking light was orange, and I was like, oh, well, that makes sense why he ain't saying a fucking word.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, I'm going to get a drink. I'll be right back.
All right, man. Well, we'll see what Mommy has to say, and we'll let you know.
I want to thank the WWE fans that, came out in this frigid, wintry weather tonight to join us on Monday Night Raw in Little Rock, Arkansas. And still to come, our main event, Seth Rollins, Jinder Mahal for the World Heavyweight title.
We'd like to extend a special thank you to Chris Pierce for Ain't No Better Time, the theme song for the MLK Junior Day opening video tonight in Monday Night Raw from the album Let All Who Will, available now on Apple Music and Spotify.
Are you okay?
He's out.
No.
You all right?
His cowboys doing that. Are you okay? You hit on your chest.
Enough! I'll talk to Adam Pierce. Valhalla will pay for this.
All right. Tozawa, I'm so proud of you. You're on your way to graduating the academy. Nice job tonight. But as for Ivar, what he did tonight to you, that's the work of a coward. Yep, savage, idiot, savage, idiot. And next week, he's gonna learn the difference between being a coward and being an alpha. And Master Gable is gonna be the one to teach him.
Arigato.
Well, okay. Glad to see Chad Gable back. Looks like he's put on about 10 pounds of muscle all of a sudden.
Welcome, the Women's World Champion, the Judgment Day, Rhea Ripley!
The Eradicator has been unstoppable as a champion ever since
Rhea does not look
WrestleMania of last year, but in
either.
fact the dominance really began at last year's Royal Rumble match when Rhea Ripley lasted a record 1 hour, 1 minute, and 8 seconds to go from number 1, wire to wire, to win the Royal Rumble.
She did. She was a Royal Rumble winner.
Scuttlebutt, the word on social media at the moment is that Mami's position on top of this division, her dominance, is beginning to get questioned. There are a lot of threats surrounding Mami, and that perhaps brings out the best, or should I say the worst, in the champ.
Yo, let's see what Mommy has to say.
You know, I am so sick and tired of people like Nia Jax running their mouth and claiming that this is their division. This is my division, and that's why this is my championship.
This is true.
So take this as a warning to whoever wins the Royal Rumble match. If you decide to waste your WrestleMania then I would advise you to choose me. But if you don't want to waste that opportunity of yours, choose someone else. Because it's going to end up just like it did last year. Because Mommy is always on top.
Here comes Becky.
Well, there's Mommy, and there's the man.
They completely smoked her out this evening.
Becky Lynch, someone who knows a little something about winning a Royal Rumble match.
The champ is always on top, but the man is always in close proximity to that top spot.
This will be Becky I'm going to win the Rumble promo.
It just shows you the confidence of a man.
At least if I have a showing, that's what we're going to get.
So here we stand. Two very different people with two very similar journeys. Both two women from foreign lands who dreamt of coming over here and becoming the very best to ever do it. Both spent years meandering, trying to figure it out. Both went from being afterthoughts at WrestleMania 1 year to becoming the faces of the industry the next. But there's a difference. One of us went on to win the main event of WrestleMania. The other did not. But there's another difference. One of us has a natural ability in this ring and a finesse that is unmatched. They have the strength of a bear. The other has the heart of a lion. And a relentlessness and a determination that is unmatched. So here we stand, the two very best to do it. But there's this thought, there's this voice in my head, this thing that keeps me awake, and it's asking, and it's questioning, and it's saying to me, I think you might be better than me. But I need to prove that you're not. And to do that, I need to take that title from you. And to do that, I need to win the Royal Rumble. I need to point to the sign. I need to declare at WrestleMania it will be Mommy versus the man.
Becky, there's only one other person that wants you to win the Royal Rumble match more than yourself. And that's me. I'll see you at WrestleMania.
We have a long way to go
versus the man
before we get there. But a week from Saturday on Peacock at the Royal Rumble event, the road to WrestleMania begins.
You think Becky could take it off of Rhea?
Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. Now that is a match that I want to see. But for now, let's welcome the World Heavyweight Champion, Seth freaking Rollins.
Yes.
Oh, little rock! It's freezing cold, but welcome to Monday Night Rollins!
You can see his breath, and they're backstage in a building of heat. That's how cold it is.
Well, it is cold. I can see your breath. But let me ask you this, Seth. Last week, you made the goal of bringing this World Heavyweight Championship into WrestleMania. But tonight, it was you that asked for this match against Jinder. Why take the risk?
Jackie, I have been World Heavyweight Champion now for over 200 days. And with every single title defense, I get stronger. I get better. And so the way I see it, the only way I can do what I have set out to do and take this title into WrestleMania is to continue to be who I am. A fighting champion. A workhorse champion. As for Jinder Mahal, now this ain't our first dance, but this Jinder Mahal, this is not the same Jinder Mahal that I beat to become the very first NXT champion. Oh, no, 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 no. This Jinder Mahal is a former WWE champion. This is the best version of Jinder Mahal. This is a deserving Jinder Mahal. And Jackie, I wouldn't have it any other way, because I am a visionary. I am a revolutionary. I am Seth freaking Rollins.
It's our main event tonight. Seth Rollins puts the World Heavyweight
Championship
on the line. A title he won all the way back in May against the former WWE champion in Jinder Mahal. Can Mahal do it again? Can he shock the world? Or will Seth freaking Rollins' title reign continue? Find out live in our main event tonight.
Awesome!
There we go. The awesome truth.
There's a price to pay. Time for you to get down on your knees.
The following is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, residing in Hollywood, California, weighing in at 221 pounds, The Miz!
So Wade, The Miz is happy to have Awesome Truth together as a tag team. The problem is, I don't think Truth understands he's supposed to be actually on The Miz's team.
I hope Miz knows what he's doing, because his tag partner tonight, R-Truth, certainly does not. Those two are up against
How do
the
you
tag
think this one
champs,
comes out,
Finn
man?
Balor and Damian Priest, and it's coming up next.
I think there's gonna be a lot of chaos, I do believe.
1 week from Saturday.
I am number one when it comes to
I
getting
don't
his
think it's for the
hands
title.
on Roman Reigns.
I'm going to take everything away from
Yeah.
you. I'm not done till I own the WWE Championship.
I'm levels above everybody.
For 3.5 years, Roman Reigns has been champion.
A fatal four-way
The bloodline has made a lot of enemies.
for undisputed glory. It's gonna be wild.
It's gonna be a wild pay-per-view 1 week from Saturday. I can't wait for that one.
The Falcons announced they interviewed Bill Belichick.
That'd be something else. I know, if Damien's got to eventually cash in, man. That's all there is to it.
It just has to work at some point. Like he has to get over with it. Like I don't know.
We've seen the same chaos with the Money in the Bank the last 2 times. Actually, the last 3 times. Because, let's think about it. You got Damian Priest. And then before that, you had Austin Theory. You remember that chaos with Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. And then, before that, you had Otis. I do believe. 3 years ago during the pandemic, Otis won it. Lost it to The Miz. And The Miz cashed in on Bobby Lashley. And then won successfully. And then lost it there probably right after.
Gotta love it, man.
So, I mean, we give them this Money in the Bank. We give them the opportunity to free cash in whenever they want it. But we don't make it happen. It don't make sense. But Obafemi on NXT shows you exactly how to cash in and take a title. Man. I mean, Obafemi last week cashed in his breakout title contract, however that works on NXT. And when he did, he won the title from Dragon Lee. I mean, my goodness, how hard is it to successfully cash in? Yet again, that's not my cup of tea. I don't have control over that.
Royal Rumble is presented by Cricket with fast and
But
powerful
either way, here we
nationwide
go.
5G coverage. You can stress less and smile more. And by Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. Available February 2nd on PlayStation 5. Miz is set for tag team action, but still waiting on his partner.
Here we go. Dude, is R-Truth gonna come out with them? Please tell me he comes out with them. Oh my god. They've added him into that daggone. Oh my lord. Live laugh. Here he is. No shit. Oh.
And their opponents, accompanied by JD
I think Dom's trying not to laugh. He's just facing forward.
representing the Judgment Day. They are the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, Finn Balor and Senor Money in the Bank, Damian Priest.
This is so hysterical because R-Truth's in the background. He's supposed to be teaming with Miz tonight, but Truth fancies himself a part of Judgment Day, and he got his marching orders from Damian Priest earlier on.
Next match, you don't tag in.
Don't tag in.
Don't tag in.
Oh, gotcha. Don't tag in.
So, again, Priest and Balor are the tag champs. The Miz is teaming with R-Truth as part of the team Awesome Truth. However, Truth believes he's part of Judgment Day. Miz trying to figure out what's going on. We're all confused.
Yeah, R-Truth also took that literal instruction from Damian Priest. Don't tag in. That's some sort of code for a master plan. The problem was that there is no master plan. It was just don't tag in. It's very simple.
R-Truth was barking at JD McDonough, who Truth claims isn't in Judgment Day. Miz is legitimately excited about this team. Awesome Truth, a team together a number of years ago. Miz said he's fired up, and that
gotta get in the ring call.
Well, that's all the money that Truth's been making selling Judgment Day swag out on the street corner. And I'm not sure whose cut that is for.
This has to be Finn's
And
cut.
apparently it's for Finn.
It's your cut, dog. Take the money, dog. Take the money, dog. It's yours.
I mean, no one's going to complain if you hand them a wad of cash. Me, least of anyone.
This is one of the strangest things I've witnessed. Miz can't figure out what's going on. Dominic.
They're all getting a shot.
Well, Dom wants his cut too.
You have to be a member.
Truth said he got to be a member.
Truth thinks he replaced JD in the group.
Well, he did, because he beat him in a match. It did happen. We called it.
No, that wasn't official.
I'm rich. I'm rich. Hey, put that in my pocket. Put that in my pocket. Put it in my pocket.
Hey, Priest, I don't want to see your smile. Let's be serious. So again, the matchup's underway. Again, Miz was fired up about this. He said, we make magic when we're Awesome Truth. We've never been tag team champs, so maybe we can add that to our list of great moments.
Well, R-Truth is WWE's resident space cadet. And he wasn't even supposed to get involved in this matchup per Damian Priest.
Again, being a bad journalist, as you always are, you're making things up. Priest said, don't tag in. He didn't say anything about starting the match.
You wrote the book on bad faith journalism, Michael Cole.
And R-Truth now took out Finn Balor, who he believes is his teammate. Now he's upset about it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for him. My
Balor now double leg takedown of Truth and stomping away down on R-Truth.
Yeah, I've noticed Priest has seemingly warmed somewhat to R-Truth of late. The same cannot be said about Finn Balor.
Again, you said it earlier. You hand somebody money, they'll warm to you.
Physically hurt. Remember?
It's not supposed to physically hurt. My goodness. They're getting crazy with it now. Oh, R-Truth never seems to fail. But I think R-Truth is going to be the demise of at least Damian Priest. Because I don't know, he's trying to get on the good side of him, and Damian doesn't want to take him out, so we know how that story goes. I still got the main event coming up. But we have... they need to do the main event if they're going to do it and give us a decent main event. It needs to be about a 30-minute match, if not more. At least in my opinion. Titan might say otherwise, but... good old Twisted Tees. Like I said, sports fans, if you are here with us as well, keeping up with the NFL playoffs, the Buccaneers are up. I do believe it was 16-9 before we went to commercial break. I know they just got a 3-and-out, so good things are happening in Tampa. Either way, they travel to play Detroit, winner of that game. My goodness, what is this? Oh, good old Great Wolf Lodge. Great getaway for anyone who has not been.
We are back on Monday Night Raw. Balor and Priest against Awesome Truth. Miz and R-Truth here on Monday Night Raw.
R-Truth
still believes he's in Judgment Day and doesn't understand why Finn Balor is physically assaulting him in this match. Well, this is how he started the match. R-Truth doing his best impression of the New York Jets here tonight as he fumbles the cash that he made for selling all the Judgment Day t-shirts before the show. He was supposed to hand that money to Finn Balor and company.
Well, it's been a disastrous
night
for Truth so far. He's
Jets
lost about $5,000 to his supposed teammates, and now they're all beating him up.
And now Balor. Tag made, and here comes Senor Money in the Bank, Damian Priest. Drew McIntyre, still very upset with this man, Damian Priest. Calls him an, quote, idiot, because he tried to cash in the Money in the Bank contract a couple of weeks ago. McIntyre believes it cost him the World Heavyweight Championship.
Priest has seemed a little hesitant
to beat up Truth
so far. Surprising from him, but Finn Balor having no reservations whatsoever.
Well, I think Truth is growing on Damian Priest. Again, when you hand someone money, that seems to be the way it goes.
Well, it took forever for J.D. McDonough to walk. Priest to walk to J.D.
McDonough. Get you a hot tag. Get the Miz in there.
McDonough never gave Priest any money. Truth tag. Here comes Miz.
Here we go.
And Miz now with a clothesline. And the Miz, who I said earlier, is so excited about this matchup tonight, an opportunity to maybe knock off the tag champs.
Well, maybe he's as nuts as R-Truth then.
Miz ducks underneath, and now
Miz is taking on the whole team.
Priest right off the announce table. And again, Priest
over and down
and out.
Miz might win this one on his own. He's the freshest man in the matchup, finally getting in there. And he's got all the momentum.
Get out of the way. Priest trying to get out of the announce table. Miz now goes into the cover, hooks the leg on Balor, and a kick out.
2 3/4.
And if I was Miz, I would not tag in Truth at any point if you actually want to win this matchup. Got to do it on your own from here, pal.
And now Miz looking perhaps for a skull-crushing finale takedown by Balor.
Balor just too quick.
Tag made, and here comes Truth.
Miz knew very little about that tag, but perhaps Truth back on track.
Wow,
Scissor
that
kick
was.
right to the back of the neck, and
Good old
R-Truth can't
scissor
believe he
kicks.
took out his own partner, Finn Balor.
No hesitations on dropping J.D. McDonough.
I'm telling you, I don't think Truth likes JD on a personal level after that.
And now R-Truth measuring Priest.
You trying to join us or not? What happened to this? What happened to this?
And from behind, Balor trying to take out Truth and caught him with a heel kick. And Damian Priest, so much for the teammate.
There you go. South of
That
heaven.
went south in a hurry.
And Balor will crawl into the
1,
cover
2, 3.
for the Judgment Day win.
Here are your winners, the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, Senor Money in the Bank, Damian Priest, and Finn Balor!
You know, honestly, Wade, Damian looked a bit concerned
Damian did
about
not
having
look
to do what he
happy
did to
about having to
R-Truth,
give
but
him that
nonetheless,
stop
Judgment
of
Day
heaven.
picks up the win.
This is when things turn
It was most
bad
definitely not a
for
title
R-Truth.
match.
This is called getting hit.
Well, the next match is your
Reality
title
check
match.
From a man who has completely disassociated himself from the word reality of late. Damian Priest and Finn Balor, the tag champs, once again stamping their authority on Raw.
That was just an easier, like, Damian Priest did not hardly do anything in that match. He is, if he does cash in, it'll be tonight. It'll have to be. Yeah. I didn't do hardly
Excuse me,
anything.
Jinder. I'm so sorry to interrupt, but it's almost time for your World Heavyweight Championship match, and we were hoping to get your thoughts before tonight's main event.
Absolute clarity for the modern-day Maharaja. A 7-year drought, but the whispers are pouring in, making me the most talked-about star of 2024. Everyone is divided, but my focus is singular. 12 years in the making, narrowed down to one night. And tonight, everyone is unified when I beat Seth freaking Rollins and become World Heavyweight Champion.
The modern day Maharaja.
A very focused and intense Jinder Mahal, an opportunity of a lifetime tonight. The working man's champion, Seth freaking Rollins, who has not been pinned in a one-on-one matchup in over a year, takes on the upstart Jinder Mahal. Can Mahal do the unthinkable? It's our main event for the World Heavyweight title, moments away on Monday Night Raw.
Okay, so we're getting Shayna Baszler and what, Zoe Stark? Nope, just Shayna Baszler. Hello, this is Zoe Stark. So we're gonna see another women's tag match.
The following is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, the team of Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark.
You know, so many teams jockeying for position in the women's tag team division.
So tight.
I like this grouping of Shayna Baszler.
We take Shayna out of the tag team with Ronda Rousey.
Bad news for anyone else in this division, and
She
tonight
beats Ronda Rousey to claim herself as the more dominant one.
potential championship implications for
And we take her completely out of the title picture and throw her right back in a damn tag team.
Mick Foley to Kobe Mania, there's nothing like seeing an underdog rise
What
up and grab hold of
sense
victory.
does that make,
Peacock's
man?
upcoming series takes a look at another character you might consider an underdog, and some familiar WWE superstars and legends have something to say about this controversial figure.
Like,
he was so good at what he
I don't understand, man. And they're doing the same thing with Natalia, dude. I mean, she could hold.
She's the career get somebody over. Like you can use her to put everybody over.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I don't know. I'm not the one sitting behind creative. I can't really say much, but I can tell you, you're continuing to waste talent that could be filling mid card and possible main events. I mean, don't get me wrong. You only got one women's title. You don't have the two mid card titles for the women's. So, I mean, if they had like a United States or Intercontinental for the women's division, okay, cool. You could have plenty of mid card, but you only got the women's on Raw and SmackDown and then the tags. So I guess that's what they're looking at. What do you think about it, man?
I don't. I mean, just the Shayna Baszler aspect of it doesn't. I feel like you got to let that contract run out, send her somewhere else, see if she can't get over, develop a personality or something that makes her worth having on TV here. Because I feel like Natalia has a purpose, and that's to put everybody else over. But
Yeah.
I don't know, how much longer they're gonna keep running with that either. Because if I was Natalia, I mean, I'd be tired of it. But the Miz has said before in the past, like he knows that that's his role is to put people over, and like he doesn't care.
Yeah. I mean, if you're okay with being the one to put people over, absolutely do it.
you.
But you want to be the main eventer, then you got to be the main eventer. That's all there is to it. I don't know. Things will change. It'll get better.
I think the women's division in both companies is just really struggling. There's a lot of women, but there's just not like these long title reigns have got to end.
Yeah, because that's killing them. I mean, or give them another title to fight for, man. Like, and I know we got enough titles, but if you got the women's, you just got the heavyweight, the championship, and then the tag, and about 30 women competitors. You know what I'm saying? This is Shinsuke.
選手、俺が望むほどおめえを傷つけることができなかった。ムカつくんだよ。思い通りになりゃしねえ。飢えてんだよ。こうで気をつけろ。俺とお前の物語は俺がいいって言うまで終わらせやしねえ。だがこの上は今はロイヤルランブルに向かおう。飢えた紳助は危険な紳助。29人の男たち、その全てが頂点を目指す。29人の夢、俺が夢を食らおう。
Down here, all his promos are spot on.
Royal Rumble matches. Shayna, Zoe set for tag team action.
Tegan Knox and Natalya. Get in the ring for the women's tag.
Tegan Knox and Natalya.
It has been for the last 3 weeks.
Knox and Natalya against Baszler. Zoe Stark here in this tag team matchup. Came about a bit earlier on today.
Really?
The party's over when we say it's over. And second, we're fighting champions.
And after we defend our titles on Friday, why don't we just see how dangerous you really are?
They're egging us on.
It's your funeral.
All right.
Hey!
And we also heard what you guys said about us. You said that beating us is a cakewalk.
I mean, why wait for next week? We're ready.
Yeah, we'd love to do
You're
it tonight.
ready? Just to go tonight, shall we?
Think they could last 20 seconds? We can find out.
As long as I want.
See you in the ring. I'll save it for the ice. Tegan, warm me up, please. Thank you. Very good.
Hey, we talked about this earlier tonight, Wade. Everyone jockeying position, trying to get an opportunity at Caden Cutter and Katana Chance in the women's tag team titles.
Well, I'll tell you this about Carter and Chance, the tag
Carter out of nowhere,
they
didn't
will
you?
fight every single one of these teams. It's really just a question of who gets the first opportunity here on Raw. That's what everyone's kind of squabbling over at the moment.
Well, the next opportunity comes Friday night on SmackDown when they defend the tag team titles against Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. Now, Baszler and Zoe Stark, who make a pretty good tag team. Once rivals, now tag team partners.
Yeah, they earned each other's respect in a grueling matchup a couple of months ago against one another as the tag champs once again. Look on at the growing groundswell of competition that is heading in their direction.
Wade, what do you like about Baszler and Stark as a team?
Well, I like that unmitigated aggression that they both have, the technical skills, the extreme athleticism, and quite simply the malice in their eyes. And Tegan Knox is finding out that the malice in the eyes extends throughout their entire bodies.
Yeah, Baszler, the submission magician.
And I'll say this, Natalya, the veteran of the women's locker room, sees herself as the mother hen, has decided to take the upstart Tegan Nox under her wing. Take her on as a protege, but right now, in no man's land is Tegan Nox in a whole world of hurt.
Unfortunately, we haven't seen much action come out of Tegan.
Terrific tag team wrestling here. Baszler with the body shots, tag from Stark again.
And Nox has not managed to get a shot in at all thus far. And this one.
Keeping the veteran Natalya out of the ring.
Get a sense that Stark and Baszler are simply enjoying this. Shredding meat in their corner.
Yeah, Tegan Nox though trying to fight out of this. Battling out of the corner now. Stark with a knee to the midsection.
Prolonging the agony for the Welsh firecracker, who needs a tag in a bad way. I'll promise you this about Tegan Nox, she is going to keep on swinging.
Yeah, tremendous heart by Nox.
I got Tegan is just swinging for the fences, ladies and gentlemen.
And that kick, and that knee floors Nox by Baszler. Baszler so dangerous with every part of her body. And Natalya now breaking things up, saving the matchup.
Needed that break.
Perhaps
too much left in the tank on Baszler.
That was
well, I'll tell you this about Tegan Nox. She's had a heart-wrenching story, has stared down the barrel of medical retirement on several occasions. It's a miracle she's even here at this point. But she likes to fight every match as if it's her last.
Shayna Baszler may make it Tegan Nox's last match tonight as the assault continues.
It's getting increasingly ugly.
Here we go.
Baszler now trying to bring Nox up to the top rope. Nox, though, able to block. Sends Baszler down face first. And now Tegan Nox from the top rope. There's a crossbody.
Crossbody. Natalya's not on the rope.
Fortuitous landing.
Now she is. Of course, Tegan went the opposite direction.
An assault. Perhaps that was a mistake by Tegan Nox, who was right
in the hot tag. There it was.
The running uppercut. Tag made to Natalya. Zoe Stark is legal as well.
Now's a little payback time from Mother Hen herself.
And Natalya, the self-proclaimed best of all time, former women's champion.
You've got a fistful of Guinness World Records. It's hard to dispute that claim.
And bouncing Stark off the top rope now to the middle of the ring. Natalya catches Baszler. And that right there, vintage Natalya, the basement drop kick to Stark.
Yeah, this match has turned around in a hurry.
And now Natalya,
nice release German suplex.
Natalya so good at her craft. With a spinning discus lariat, and Stark able to duck underneath and deliver an elbow. Went for the Z360, blocked by Natalya.
Nice reversal back, go for that sharpshooter.
Trying to step through into the sharpshooter. Stark creates space.
Yeah, wild panic in the eyes of Zoe Stark. Knew she was in real danger there for a second.
Baszler and Nox now legal. Double team coming from Natalya.
Backbreaker.
And Nox. Shayna Baszler.
Natty help. My goodness.
And Natalya connects. Tegan.
Good Lord.
Stacks
Ain't no way.
Shayna kick at it too.
It's a Gareth Bale-esque penalty to the jaw of Shayna Baszler by the Welsh woman herself, Tegan Nox.
And now Natalya setting up perhaps the heart attack. Zoe Stark no intercepts.
Nope,
it was game
that's called
over
the heart
for
attack.
Stark
That is
Baszler.
not
And
good.
she not intercepted.
You have to see the Karafuda claw.
And now Shayna Baszler. Karafuda clutch time.
Karafuda? Is that what it's called?
Natalya rolling through. Shoulders down. Baszler able to reverse. Still has the hold locked in. Natalya's fading.
All the leverage in the world. Torque on that spine. Tightening around the throat.
That's ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Natalya taps.
Here are your winners by submission. The team of Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler!
Well, the list of competitors and contenders continues to get longer for the tag team champions, Katana Chance and Caden Carter.
Yeah, really impressive performance by Stark and Baszler. Surely it's only a matter of time till they get in the hunt for the gold.
Can you believe we are almost on the road to WrestleMania? Next Monday night is the final Raw before the Royal Rumble. And we are live in New Orleans, and CM
There it is, the face-to-face.
It's about time we had a chat. CM Punk, the American Nightmare, face-to-face in this can't-miss encounter next week.
After a shocking loss to Tozawa earlier tonight, Ivar and Valhalla took it on themselves to destroy
Ivy
Alpha
and Valhalla. We're going to see finally get to see Valhalla in action.
Of the Pitbull Ivy Nile, who looks to set things straight when she goes one-on-one with Valhalla next week.
Meanwhile, Ivar will be in action as well as he takes on the man with the golden brain, Chad Gable. Gable, the leader of the Outlaw
Chad Gable and Ivar.
Next week.
Yeah, Chad Gable like he
and several cash-in attempts ruined by the Scottish Warrior. Now Senor Money in the Bank seeks vengeance. Damian Priest takes on Drew McIntyre in a battle of the big men right here next week on Raw.
And it is time.
The main event.
Main event.
And here comes the modern day Maharaja. There they are.
Who's here with Jinder Mahal, the man that he has taken on his proteges, Indus Sheer, the 6'5", 300-pound Sangha, the 6'4", 275-pound Veer. Seth Rollins has got to be careful tonight.
6'5" Sangha? You got to be kidding me. He's 6'8", Cole. The guy's massive.
Jinder Mahal with a smile on his face because he knows this could be his night. Can Mahal do the unthinkable? Can he knock off Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship? Our main event is next, live on Raw.
I did not expect Jinder to come out with them, but hey. Now I wonder, is Damian gonna cash in? Because can the Judgment Day take out in this year for Damian to be able to cash in? That's the question we got now, ladies and gentlemen. That's where we're at. It was. What do you think, though? You think Judgment Day can take out in this year or no?
I don't know, man. I'm wondering if there's something not either wrong with Seth Rollins or they've just, like, I don't know, this is ran dry, the Seth Rollins experiment.
I don't know.
Seth Rollins puts on a lot of really good matches, man. But, like, I think he's boring. Like, the snazzy outfits and the crazy sayings and all that stuff and the great good promos, it goes so far, but, like, Seth Rollins being the champ just doesn't do anything for me personally. I don't care about him being the champ.
Yeah. Understandable.
And I know they don't mean it to come off that way or whatever, but this World Heavyweight Championship belt is just like, it's not a primary belt. It's a secondary belt.
Mm-hmm. Well, from what I understand, USA did not like the fact that Roman never appeared on Raw, and he was the only men's heavyweight champion. So they.
100%, but so you got to take the belt off Roman. You don't create a second belt, and then it just feels like less than to me. And I mean, Cody Rhodes did not shift his focus one time to winning that belt, and that to me just spoke volumes. That like that belt was less than.
Well, because there's something about the title that Roman has is the main title that Dusty never got and that he wants to do for the family. Does that, and if that makes sense to anybody, yeah.
WWE Championship, his belt three belts combined together now, like, that belt is the original WWE Champions belt.
Yeah.
This Friday,
here we go. Get our last
a deafening rumble
Friday
is
Night
coming.
SmackDown preview.
match. That's a done deal.
As the massive contract signing for Undisputed Glory crashes down.
Are the walls starting to close in on the bloodline?
Plus, the Maverick.
You're not in my league.
The prize fighter.
I am coming after everything.
What happens when the Kevin Owens Show goes live on Friday Night SmackDown? Live in Atlanta, this Friday, 8/7 Central, only on Fox.
Are you looking at the new World Heavyweight Champion, Jinder Mahal? We'll find out. Our main event is right now. Our final Monday Night Raw between the Royal Rumble event happens next Monday night. We are live in New Orleans, Louisiana. Will Seth Rollins still be the World Heavyweight Champion?
We'll find out here in just a second.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the World Heavyweight Championship! Introducing the challenger, accompanied to the ring by Indus Sher, from Punjab, India, weighing in at 245 pounds, the modern-day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal! And his opponent from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 225 pounds, he is the World Heavyweight Champion, Seth freaking Rollins!
You know, Jinder Mahal said that he feels great, but he also feels offended.
Here we go.
He says he's been overlooked, he's been frustrated, he's been helping the new generation like Indus Sher, but people have forgotten about me. Now, an interesting tweet sent out earlier today by SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis, who said, I wish Jinder the best of luck. I agree you've been overlooked on Raw. However, SmackDown's a land of opportunity. I'm always open for a conversation.
Well, that is an interesting development.
And now Seth Rollins distracted immediately by Indus Sher hit ringside, and Jinder Mahal takes the upper hand on Rollins. Let's talk about the former WWE Champion Wade, who shocked the world back in 2017 to knock off Randy Orton to win the gold. What does Mahal have to do tonight to beat Seth Rollins?
Well, Jinder Mahal is the ultimate Cinderella story. The fact that he was booted out of WWE, came back, became the champion, and has faced this disrespect. He needs to channel into that disrespect, unleash it all on Seth Rollins right now. Being backed up by Indus Sher at ringside, things are looking bleak for the champ.
Early on, Mahal went for the Colossus finishing move. Rollins went for the stomp and then the pedigree. And Rollins hit hard as he came over the top rope right in front of Sangha of Indus Sher.
Jinder Hinderers were out in force on social media all week, taking pot shots at the man from Punjab, India. Well, this is your opportunity, Jinder, to shove all of their faces in the mud where they belong.
Those two huge men at ringside. Does that shift enough of the balance of this match over to Mahal side?
Well, put it this way, if Seth Rollins came into this match not anticipating that Jinder Gets were going to be out here, he better start thinking fast. Because I promise you, those two big boys are not out here to look pretty.
Rollins said, as he delivers a left to the knee.
There's a glancing blow on Jinder, but it did enough. And the ever-resilient champion, Seth freaking Rollins, refusing to bow in the face of overwhelming odds.
Now, Jinder Gets has got to be very careful.
Yeah, Priest.
Money in the bank. Damian Priest waltzing out here tonight. Rollins' back is against the wall.
But it's a 4-on-1, man. I mean, if he don't.
Roman Reigns would have cracked them, stacked them.
And
1, 2, 3.
putting them right there in the middle of the ring, would he?
Right in the middle of the ring.
As a battle royal ends as a fatal 4-way.
The winner will go on to meet me for the NXT Women's Championship.
NXT live Tuesday at 8 only on USA.
I'm glad the pay-per-views that they got rid of, they've brought back and gave it to NXT. Like Vengeance Day, I think they got No Mercy. Because they swapped them. It's like Vengeance Day went there, and then we got the main roster got War Games. It's still Survivor Series, but it's War Games instead of a traditional 5-on-5 elimination. What would you rather see? Would you rather see the traditional 5-on-5 or the War Games?
It really just depends. Like, I don't want to see the Raw versus SmackDown shit anymore. I don't really care about that. I think that's kind of stupid. They need to get away from that. War Games is good if the story makes sense.
Yeah. So like this past War Games, it was Judgment Day versus everyone they had just shit over for the last month and a half, 2 months, which worked.
Yeah, I mean that did work for. It did work somewhat. Like it wasn't terrible, but
the previous one, the year before that, was
good War Games. Go back on the Peacock Network if you have it, and put on anything that is Fall Brawl from like 90 to 94, and that's how War Games works.
Yeah. That's all the this. Who all was in those?
4 Horsemen with the many incarnations of the 4 Horsemen taking on Brian Pillman, Sting, Lex Luger, like whoever wasn't in the Horsemen, taking on like the big, like 4 baby faces in WCW.
Okay.
And shit worked every single time.
Oh yeah. That definitely would work.
This match is for the World Heavyweight Championship. The reason that Mr. Money in the Bank, Damian Priest, is sitting out here at ringside. Perhaps he plans to cash in on Rollins tonight.
Yeah, well, who knows? If
I'm
Jinder Mahal
hoping
wins
we
this
see a
matchup,
cash
maybe
in.
Priest
My gosh,
will
do we
cash
need
in
a
on
cash
Mahal,
in.
although I'll have to say I'll mitigate that idea by the fact that Jinder Gets are standing ringside.
Yeah, and Jinder Gets got to be careful if they get involved in this matchup. Remember, Rollins with a champion advantage tonight. Mahal has to pin or submit Rollins to win the championship.
Tell you this, Jinder Mahal is as smart as they come, and he will have given his men Jinder Gets marching orders not to screw this one up.
Jinder Mahal was the 50th WWE champion in history.
Well, my thing is, yes, but then you gotta worry about industry still, man. They have to get rid of them two on the outside.
Abdominal stretch now applied to Rollins.
Mahal has become a punchline in recent weeks, verbally eviscerated by first The Rock.
Yeah, but
then Seth Rollins last week.
But he's put a positive spin on it, Wade. He's called himself the most talked about superstar of 2024, and that has gotten him into this position tonight, an opportunity at the world title.
Well, he's absolutely right, and if he wins that world title tonight, he'll become even more talked about. I promise you.
Looking at bad back.
Shockwaves throughout the industry.
Yeah, punchline no more if Mahal can pull off the upset tonight. Rollins now collides with Mahal, center of the ring.
The Rollins champs is giving let's load it down really quick.
To be a part of Monday Night Raw, the penultimate Raw before the Royal Rumble event.
It's essentially a rematch 10 years in the making for Jinder Mahal, who lost to Seth freaking Rollins for the first ever NXT championship.
Yeah, the finals of the NXT championship tournament, the inaugural championship, all the way over a decade ago, where Rollins would win the title. Many believe Mahal was the favorite on that night. And Rollins now with a forearm to the jaw. And another one this time to the chest.
Good clothesline. Good clothesline.
This is Seth freaking Rollins hitting that championship gear, but do not forget Mahal has a gear of his own. He's been to the top of the mountain, and he can do it again tonight.
Yeah, Seth Rollins so proud to be a working champion. He's been the World Heavyweight Champion since all the way back in May when he won the tournament in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, that's a problem with being proud of something like that. You end up
good crossbody from the top rope.
Press and a kick out by Mahal.
Seth Rollins burning the candle at both ends, but so far things are looking really good for the champ.
And Rollins out to the apron, but takes a bit of a pause as he looks down into shoot.
Yep. Oh no! Jinder didn't move.
Flies into a senton and now a moonsault from the second rope. Cover by Rollins.
2.
Looks like Rollins may have tweaked something when he hit that moonsault.
Perhaps hit that patella hard, but you're right. There is danger everywhere you look.
Here we go. The downfall. Watch this and see how he tweaked it here.
Take another look at this landing by Rollins, who has had knee issues in the
past. I don't see nothing weird about how he landed. Did you?
You don't become the superstar, the level that Seth Rollins is, without fighting through many injuries in your career. Every one of these matches takes a toll.
Seth is hurting bad now. This is an opportunity for Jinder to take back control here.
And Mahal trying to overpower Rollins. Now vertical suplex by Jinder Mahal. Rollins, though, able to land on his feet. Spins through into a Falcon Arrow. Tremendous power by Rollins there.
Yeah, make no mistake, Jinder Mahal is a massive man. To pull that move off at any point is impressive, but when you've got a busted knee down.
And Rollins back to his feet, may have Mahal where he wants him. Thought about the stomp.
Oh, we're seeing a super kick with that miss. Here we go.
Seth has been moving gingerly. It's that slight slowdown that gave Mahal an opportunity.
Pedigree.
Oh no, the knee gave out. So Seth didn't get all of it. He went for the pedigree, but his knee gave out. He didn't get all of it. And now can he capitalize?
Into the ropes.
Rollins. Hook of the inside leg of Mahal, and into sheer pays off. Again, Rollins hit the pedigree, but he didn't get all of it because the bad knee. And then Wade, he couldn't capitalize quick enough.
That's what cost him. That's what happens when you burn the candle at both ends. Your body starts breaking down on you.
And Rollins top rope going to take out into sheer.
Now we're going to take out into sheer.
Seth Rollins fighting battles on many fronts. But the most important battle of all is for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Crossbody, he missed that one.
Way as Rollins went for the splash.
Well, that diversion when he launched himself onto Songa on
back
the
to his feet. With both men down, Damian Priest maybe wondering if this
Not
is
yet.
is his opportunity to finally cash in the contract.
Lots of.
But look who's here.
Good Lord, Drew McIntyre, man.
You want to keep running over? You want to keep running your mouth? What you think is going to be my business? Okay.
Oh, Next week's come early, Cole.
And Priest and McIntyre
He
unloading on
knows
each
he
other.
can.
Remember, McIntyre blamed Priest for trying to cash in Money in the Bank and costing him a World Championship opportunity.
A heavyweight
Oh, and a
slugfest.
cheap shot.
Referee didn't see that. He was distracted by Drew and Priest.
In the hall.
Uh-oh, quick roll-up. What happened? What is... Oh, what I was about to say. What happened? What did we miss?
Cheap shot to Rollins when the
What happened while we was distracted with freaking Drew?
Priest on the other side, and the Hall almost stole the championship.
There are bullseyes all over the body of the champ now. And Jinder
I think
knows
that was
Jinder
his
smells
signature.
blood.
We'll go with that was his signature.
This is his chance. This is his opportunity.
You may never get a better chance to drop Seth freaking Rollins than right now, Jinder.
Oh no! Steel chair.
Yeah.
Tossed into Mahal.
Seth Rollins wasn't born yesterday.
Oh, the briefcase. Oh my God. Oh my God, is he gonna win it? Oh, sweet Lord. Oh my gosh.
Oh my, what a sequence goal. That is exactly how Jinder Mahal won the WWE Championship.
And here we go. All right, now we're throwing them out. They're out. Now, somehow Drew and Damian need to be finished doing whatever the hell they're doing.
Mahal going once again for the Colossus.
Come on, come on. Oh my God. What a fucking... Oh, sweet God.
Retains the championship.
Here is your winner, and still the World Heavyweight Champion.
Because that wouldn't work there.
Congratulations to Seth Rollins, who retains the World Heavyweight Championship as Rollins' march to WrestleMania continues.
Well,
they are tired of seeing Seth Rollins as champion. Like it is not over anymore. Like you have to get this belt off of this dude. He is an absolutely terrible champion. Terrible champion.
With that being said, you hear Titan giving his aspect of it. I don't understand it. Like,
it just makes no sense. Like how he could keep the belt.
My thing is,
he is hurt as you put on every single week, every single match. His back is targeted. Shinsuke should have beat him. That would have elevated Shinsuke to heights. That'd have been the highest moment of his WWE career.
Absolutely.
Have beat him. They're literally. It made no logical sense whatsoever that a human being to be in the level of pain that he is, the focus of the entire rivalry was on how bad his back was. And he's done nothing but continue to fight since then. It's not had time to heal.
No, it hasn't.
Better. Like, we didn't forget about the story that you told with him. He should have lost that feud. He didn't want to drop the belt or whatever the fuck. Somebody thought that because they like Seth Rollins that he needs to keep the belt or whatever.
Yep.
That was terrible. He kept the belt through that. Then he fought fucking Drew.
Yep.
Who can't ever get the fucking job done.
Not here recently, no.
5 or 6 other people. He just should have lost that match, but they turned the end of it into a complete clusterfuck. That was the worst ending to Monday Night Raw that we saw in over a month. It was so rushed to try to get everything in. And then the damage that he took during the match made no sense as to why he kept the belt.
I mean, I agree.
If your back is as bad as they are playing off of his, this son of a bitch should be in a fucking wheelchair or an iron lung.
Yeah, I mean, 100%, man. Like,
I don't understand how much more this man can, like, is he the, at this point, he should just fight Roman Reigns somewhere and beat him in 5 minutes and just collect all the fucking belts. Like, he's tougher than fucking a $2 steak. Like,
Yeah.
there ain't no beating this dude.
I don't know. I mean, I'm cool. I was cool with him winning it, but like, you just bought Jinder back, and he was there. He had it. He won it, and then you dropped the ball there. Perfect opportunity for Drew to cash in, and what? Not Drew, Damian. And what do? You have Drew fucking come out there. Yes, they got a match next week. Okay, cool. But why can we not?
The crowd.
Why?
Has he done the same thing for, like, this is the second or third time he's done? Why are you coming through the crowd?
And where's the rest of Judgment Day at?
Buying a hot dog? Like, what? Were you buying some popcorn? Did you go out there and buy one of your own T-shirts? You had to come through the crowd? Why didn't you come down the ramp? You fucking work there. Why didn't you come down the ramp?
I don't know, man.
He had nowhere to go. He wasn't going to run. He sat there forever. And when I was telling you, no, he needs to cash in right now, right, like seconds before Drew showed up,
Yeah.
that would have been the perfect time. They were both down. He could have cashed in, slid in the ring. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Fucking hit the ramp. I'm out of town. See you, fucks. Like, it's, I don't care. It's all, scripted and phony or whatever, and that's fine. But it
Yeah.
just has to make sense, and you're insulting the intelligence of the people that are watching it. It doesn't make sense how he can continue to take this much damage to his back. He can have this many things go wrong. He hit the pedigree. Why would you pedigree somebody? You tweaked your knee. Why? Why did you pedigree him?
Mm-hmm.
What? What sense would that make?
And then they didn't even lead with the tweak at the end, because when he done his stop, he goes up, uses the good leg, and plants back on the tweaked leg. So he should at least collapse and crawled to the win. But
At least that collapse and then go for the pin, and then if you want to do one of the stupid ass false finishes that we have to do 96 of on the B show, and now they're starting to spread over here. If you want to do a false finish, that's fine. 1, 2, it feels like the longest 2 in the world, kicks out at the last second. Jinder Mahal goes to stand up. Seth tries to get up. Knee collapses under him again. He grabs his leg as he's collapsing and schoolboys him with his back turned. 1, 2, 3. Right there you go. You stole one. And then Jinder goes berserk. Seth slides out of the ring, falls on the arena floor, and the ref brings him the belt.
Yeah.
You have to do something where it makes sense. If it does not make sense, then it's just insulting to the people who are watching your television. I've never been a huge Seth Rollins fan. He has great matches. He's good on the mic, but this shit is getting stale, just like it was when we were doing What's Best for Business. Seth Rollins is a good champion for about 30 days. And after that, it gets stale because it's the same shit every week. It's been this every time he comes out. Wow, the Monday Night Rollins. Nobody cares. I love Cody Rhodes to death. I can't wait for him to finish the story. I got about one more time, and I'm gonna have to hear what do you want to talk about.
Yeah.
Change that shit up, bro. Like, come on. Kevin Dunn's gone. Let's loosen the reins up a little bit. If they can fucking talk, send them out there with a mic and say, "Hey, fucking
give
don't
us
say
a
nothing
give us a
piss off the
spiel.
sponsors, and go out there and say something."
Yeah. 100%.
Okay.
Well,
I don't know what else to say, man. That was that was just irritating. They all that build up, all that everything, all the possibilities for him to lose that belt, them to be able to do something new, put somebody else over and elevate them, and then they just fucking dropped the ball with it.
Yep, I agree. Yeah, it happened 100%. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Monday Night Raw watch along and live reactions, of course, with Titan Shredder on commentary as well. The ending did not go as how either one of us wanted it to or seen it happening. Other than that, I think the show was at least a B plus B show for sure. You had a couple matches that were fillers that we just didn't truly enjoy. But other than that, the main ones that were advertised lived up to their expectation. Titan, you got anything to close us out on this evening?
Nope. I mean, like you said, just some of the stuff we just didn't really care for. I personally didn't care for some of the matches. I don't really. That's never been a thing of mine. Something I enjoy. For them just to do random weird matches out of the blue that really don't make a lot of sense, or they don't have enough connecting content for me to remember something that had happened 4 weeks ago.
Yep.
That they're now going back on.
Yep.
Other than that, I would say, yeah, I would probably give it a B plus. It was a B plus show. Some of the matches were not great. But next week, I feel like it'll be really good. We got Cody, of course, on the mic. We got CM Punk on the mic. We're finally getting Damian Priest versus
Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, that should be good. See who Ivar is gonna hit with the Doomsaw. Oh yeah, Chad Gable. He's got Chad Gable next week.
Yeah, and then we got
and go through that whole faction.
And then you got Ivy versus Valhalla. So good things to look forward to. We'll see how it goes. A possible, I think there's a women title match too for Shayna and Zoe Stark. So got that coming up next week. We will be back tomorrow with the NXT. We'll get to see the reaction of Oba Fema cashing in his Breakout Challenge contract. We'll get to see the 20 women Battle Royal that turns into a fatal 4-way at the end. So that's going to be very interesting. Of course, until next time, Titan Man, we are over and out.